Good afternoon, sports fans. Lander Tiger basketball and is not ready yet. It's football season, isn't it, Josh? How many times have I done that?
Football.
Lander Tiger football is on the air from Buffalo, Wyoming at Mike Moon Field here at Buffalo High School. Both of these teams are fighting for some pretty good playoff seeding here tonight. If Lander wins, and they have to by at least 10 points, they are in position to get second place in the conference. If Buffalo wins, Lander will then be in competition with a couple other teams for third and fourth place in the Class 3A conference. Looking at some of the background information this afternoon, Buffalo High School has 356 students in their school. Their town population is 4,575, and that's just about their elevation too here in Buffalo at 4,646 feet. The Lander Tigers have 559 students in Lander Valley High School. Lander's population, 7,546, and the elevation of Tiger Town is 5,358. The Buffalo Bison are dressed in their home black jerseys and gold pants with white numbers. The Lander Tigers are dressed in their white tops with green pants and green letters, and they have a black helmet with the LT on the side. As I mentioned, the two teams have been playing together for quite a while. Their first game against each other was in 1927. And then they had a big, long stretch before they played again. The overall record, Buffalo owns a 14-4 season or all-time mark over the Lander Tigers. And the last year, Lander won the game last year. It was 38-14. And the Tigers went 6-3 last year, and the Buffalo Bison went 1-6. And, of course, today the Bison come in at 5-2 in second place in the East Conference, and the Tigers are at 3-4. For the coaches, Rob Hammond is in his 10th year at Buffalo High School with a 45-42 record, and John Scott of the Lander Tigers is in his 4th year at 20-15. And we're going to have more on our Bailey Auto Service and Tire Company pregame show. But first, we're going to hear a couple of features. Eric Pauley and the Wyoming Cowboys Report, and Cody Beers and our prep report. That's on the Bailey's pregame show, and that's coming up next.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
Prices are going up all over. Food prices, fuel prices, tires, oils, you name it. But there's one thing that hasn't gone up. WRTA bus lines will still get you where you need to go in Fremont County for the same low price they've always had. Just $1 one way. How can you beat that? See WRTAbuslines.com for the new fall route schedule. Save hundreds of dollars every month and use the WRTA to travel to and from the Riverton Airport. See WRTAbuslines.com for details. And remember, don't drink and drive, wear your seatbelts, and keep all 4 wheels on the road.
Hey, Pokes fans, it's time for the Pokes Preview Show with Eric Pauley. Eric, what do you see in the cards for the Brown and Gold this week?
Well, Dave, it's homecoming week in Laramie, and this game versus New Mexico will mark the 96th homecoming game in University of Wyoming history, and it's the 71st homecoming game to be played in War Memorial Stadium. Coming off of last week's home loss to Fresno State, Wyoming head football coach Craig Bohl had this to say about the outcome of the game.
First of all, a disappointing loss that our guys went on. They played hard. We certainly need to play smarter and better, need to coach them up better. I think Fresno State's an excellent football team. There was a reason why they were rated in the top 25. Obviously, the big factor that we've got to control and get our arms wrapped around is our turnovers. It's very difficult to win a game when you turn the ball over 5 times, and we didn't get any. And so those things need to be addressed. Some of it you can credit Fresno State's defense. I thought they played aggressively, well positioned. But certainly we need to take care of the football better, both within the fumbles and then the interceptions. And so that's unacceptable as far as that goes. And it's also, we've got to start getting the ball back and getting more takeaways. And our defensive guys know that. We have an aggressive defense. When we defeated some good teams, and I think if you look at the record, I think you'll see that Northern Illinois is a pretty good football team right now, and Ball State's playing better in both of those games. We had a significant impact in the turnovers. And along with that, Montana State is playing well also. And so, it's one game. It's a disappointing game.
Bowl also addressed the quarterback situation for the upcoming week.
Offensively, the proof's in the pudding there. When you don't score any points at all and you really don't threaten, you got to take a hard critical look and say, what are we doing? And so as a coaching staff, including myself, we're evaluating personnel, we're evaluating scheme. I think it's important that we tweak some things. I think it's disruptive at times to change everything. But we are taking a hard look at where we're at, because I think we've been deficient there. And so, this week we're going to evaluate the quarterback position, and whoever we feel like at the end of the week gives us the best chance to win is going to be the guy that's going to go out and start the game. But we need to improve at that position.
The Wyoming Cowboys are looking to continue a tradition of bouncing back at home following a home loss. Since 2016, Wyoming has suffered only 8 home losses. Following 6 of those home losses, the Cowboys have won their next home game. Only twice have the Cowboys lost consecutive home games since 2016. In 2017, UW lost its last home game of the season to Fresno State and lost its 2018 home opener versus Washington State. In 2018, UW lost consecutive home games to Boise State and Utah State. The Cowboys and the Lobos will play each other for the 74th time this Saturday. Last year's meeting was a first as the two teams played in Las Vegas due to COVID-19 conditions in the state of New Mexico, forcing UNM football to play its home games in the state of Nevada. Wyoming leads the series all-time between the two schools with 39 wins against and 34 wins for New Mexico. In games played in Laramie, Wyoming leads the series 20-15. The Cowboys and the Lobos have been members of the same conference since 1951, when they were both members of the Skyline Conference. Wyoming and New Mexico are meeting for the 23rd consecutive season since both became founding members of the Mountain West Conference in '99. Prior to that, they were founding members of the WAC in 1962. A year ago in 2020, Wyoming middle linebacker Chad Muma ranked number 1 in the Mountain West and number 3 in the nation in total tackles per game at 11.8, and he ranked number 5 in the Mountain West and number 16 in FBS and solo tackles. In 2021, Muma is averaging 9.7 total tackles per game to rank number 1 in the Mountain West and number 12 among all FBS players. Muma is averaging 7.2 solo tackles per game to rank number 1 amongst all FBS players in the nation. He's also tied for number 1 in the nation for the most interception returns for a touchdown in 2021 with 2 pick sixes. He's tied with Iowa defensive back Riley Moss. Plenty more still to come on the pregame show. You're listening to High School Football.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. John Shade, your Lander Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why John Shade is a proud sponsor of Lander Tigers football on KFCW. For all of your investment needs, call John Shade at 335-7722 or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
Hello, everyone. This is Cody Beers with the Wyoming Preps Report for Week 8. The week actually got started on Tuesday, October 19th. In Class 2A, it was Big Piney 27, Thermopolis 6. Yesterday, Thursday, October 21st, in Class 2A, it was Mountain View at Lyman, a 3 p.m. kickoff. In Class 1A 9-man, it was St. Stephen's at Rocky Mountain at 6 p.m., Shoshone at Riverside, 7 p.m., and Wind River at Wyoming Indian, 6 p.m. Tonight, in Class 4A, all 6 p.m. kickoffs. It's Campbell County at Kelly Walsh, Cheyenne South at Natrona, Laramie at Cheyenne Central, Rock Springs at Cheyenne East, and Sheridan at Thunder Basin. In Class 3A, all 6 p.m. kickoffs. Douglas at Worland, Evanston at Powell, Jackson at Cody, Lander at Buffalo, Rollins at Riverton, and Star Valley at Green River. In Class 2A, it's Big Piney at Kemmer, 6 p.m. Burns at Torrington, 7 p.m. Lovell at Cokeville, 4 p.m. Pinedale at Thermopolis, 5 p.m. Tongue River at Glenrock, 6 p.m. Upton Sundance at Bighorn, that was a 1 p.m. kickoff. Wheatland at Newcastle, 6 p.m. Class 1A 9-man, Grable at Lingle, 5 p.m. Lusk at Saratoga, 5 p.m. Moorcroft at Pine Bluffs, 6 p.m. Wright at Southeast, 7 p.m. In Class 1A 6-man, Encampment at Burlington, 2 p.m. And Midwest at Guernsey Sunrise, 6 p.m. Tomorrow, Saturday, October 23rd, Class 1A 6-man, Dubois at Hewlett, 2 p.m. That game's going to be played in 10 sleep. KC at Hanna, noon kickoff, and Snake River at Farson, 2 p.m. Hey, next week, the quarterfinals take place Friday, October 29th and Saturday, October 30th. In Class 4A, Class 3A, Class 2A, Class 1A 9-man, and Class 1A 6-man. Right now, Fremont County teams playing next week be Lander, Shoshone, and Dubois. Wind River may make the playoffs. Semifinals will take place Friday, November 5th and Saturday, November 6th, and those games are played at the home of the higher seed. And then the championships are being played Friday, November 12th and Saturday, November 13th at War Memorial Stadium in Laramie. That'll be a great thing to get back to Jonah Field at War Memorial Stadium. Hey, tomorrow at about 9:30 a.m. from Wyoming Indian High School, Ernie Over and myself will be streaming live the Wyoming State Cross Country Championships from Wyoming Indian High School at Ethity. You can go on wyotoday.com and watch that live stream. The first race at 10 a.m., the last race at about 12:45. And we'll provide results and the start and the finish and some of the action out on the course. So it'll be fun. State Cross Country Championships tomorrow from Wyoming Indian High School. All three classes, 2A, 3A, 4A, boys and girls, will run tomorrow on that new course developed and put in place by Wyoming Indian High School. Its volunteers and activities director Keith Bowder, who's done a great job this year. Hey, it's football time, however. Get out, watch your favorite team, cheer them on. A lot is on the line in this final week of the regular season. Hey, root for the home team. Root for your favorite team. Root for the visitors. Have fun. It's Wyoming High School football in October, and it's supposed to be decent warmness out there, so have fun.
Hi, I'm Mama. Welcome to my kitchen.
Mama's Kitchen in Lander is ready to wow you with their home-style fixins. Visit the coffee corner and don't forget to try Mama's biscuits, made just the way her Mama made them. And the Mama before that. With local and specialty ingredients making up their cuisine, it'll be the place you can't get enough of.
And just simple, tastes good, delicious, get me all ready for the day.
Down to earth, and yes, I would definitely come back.
Home cooking like you've never tasted before. 260 Grandview Drive in Lander.
Come on down to Mama's!
The team at Lander Dental provides a wide range of services, including preventive, cosmetic, restorative, and reconstructive dentistry in a caring, comfortable setting. Lander Dental Group, 799 South 2nd Street in Lander.
It's Physical Therapy Month.
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 It's Physical Therapy Month. October is National Physical Therapy Month, and here at Teton Therapy, we are celebrating all month long. In our Lander and Riverton clinics, we're hosting special events, celebrations, and great giveaways for our patients, past, present, and future. Check us out at Teton Therapy PC on Facebook for more details.
Whatever. I like April better.
Joining us now on the Bailey Tire and Auto Center pregame show is Lander Valley head coach John Scott. And Coach, it was nice to take a long road trip and have a happy bus home last week, wasn't it?
Well, it sure does make those rides on those straight back yellow buses a little more enjoyable when you get a little pizza in your stomach and a wind under your belt.
That's absolutely right. And, of course, Rollins, you held them to minus negative rushing yards. The defense did a good job.
Well, it did. I think, we had a solid week of preparing. We knew they were going to struggle a little bit in running the ball. They start at one point they had a freshman center having to go. They had a short week of preparation. So we kind of knew that if we could keep that in check, then they were gonna throw the ball, and they kind of had a reputation for trying to throw the long ball, and the intention is they might have 4 incompletions, but the 5th one is a big gain, and so I thought again we did a good job in both those areas of keeping that run game in check, and then playing really well, the pass coverage over the top so that we didn't give up the big play.
Yeah, and you got a big play. You had a pick six, a run to the end zone.
And that came at really a key time because I don't think, offensively we were the wind was kind of limiting us, and they had given up some yards as well on rush defense, and they put a few more guys in the box than we could get a hat on it and block, but I thought we stuck with it enough and grinded out enough to get some big plays and to get the ground game going. But that pick six, was when things were still really up in the air. I mean, it was a very competitive first half, and we go up 16-0 to go in at half. But boy, that really took the edge off to get that one more score there, and then just allow us to use some clock and field position and just defend against that long ball.
Any injuries to speak of?
Well, unfortunately, we're at that time of year where, we did get, we went to that game without, a real question mark on Matisse Weaver. And as it turns out, he has a knee injury that is going to force him to miss the rest of the season. And, we were kind of prepared for that. We were just waiting to kind of get a final report leading right up to almost game time, if there was a chance that he could even maybe possibly kick or anything. And it's something he's going to have some time to recover. And then we learned over the weekend that our offensive tackle, Jess Dollard, had an emergency appendectomy, and that came about on a Sunday night. They had to take him in and perform, his appendicitis. And, you can walk out of the hospital fairly quick after that nowadays, but it's enough to, kind of end his season for us as well. So, two important juniors that were playing both ways for us. So it gave us a lot this week to have to shuffle some people around.
Yeah, Jace Leclerc really stepped up his game in place of Weaver.
And he does. Jace has been very receptive. We knew we had a fit for him all along defensively because he's just such a physical kid. Offensively, between last year and this year, he's gone kind of from a quarterback role to some receiver and now to the halfback. And I think really the halfback kind of fits him probably more than anything. He picked up things fairly quick just because he's very instinctive on carrying the ball. He's automatically kind of a downhill kid. He's got a little speed, and he's got that ability to make some cuts, staying over his feet. And the other thing that I think I really like is, like Matisse, he finishes off runs going downhill and driving through people, and what he gets after initial contact is real important. So he got the majority of the reps to get caught up. And then we have a young man, a junior named Jack Pasquinelli, who's moved into the starting cornerback position for us, and we were able to move a body into a linebacker to replace Matisse, and Jack will also get some halfback tonight as well.
Okay, very good. What do you expect from the Buffalo Bison? They've had a fairly successful season, except for their last game when they got blown out by Douglas.
And they just joined the rest of us. That Douglas is a very talented team and can really bring it on in bunches, and it's what it did. I think it got on Buffalo. Douglas did as soon as they stepped off the bus. It looked like, and Douglas had that extra week to prepare, heal from the forfeit they had gotten the week before, and they just played really hungry. And Buffalo just, I think, got, from the time they stepped out, they could never just kind of get into their groove. So I expect one thing we've seen from Buffalo is that they're very sound and have been 2 years removed from being in a 2A state championship game. They played at the 3A level before, and I think right now with what's riding on the game and playoff scenarios, I expect their best tonight, and wanting to kind of improve on what the outcome of that Douglas game last week.
Now they're rushing and passing almost identical. They have a very balanced offense, and a runner that averages 116 yards a game. The defense will have its work cut out for it tonight.
It really will, and those are two homeboy names. When the running back Camino, and that's a football name in Buffalo, and Trevor Moon, the quarterback, same thing. Dad played there, grandfather coached there, and so these are football guys, and they've built a lot of things around them, with the experience that the Moon kid has coming back as quarterback, and Camino's just that hard nose and gets those yards right off tackle and straight up and down the field. So being that balanced, they do pose you problems, because they give you a lot of looks and execute really well within the framework of both their offense and defense.
Well, you mentioned that there are a lot of playoff scenarios that are still active, and it depends on what Friday night holds. But it looks like you will be in the playoffs this year.
Well, we earned that. Getting these last two wins. The one tonight is all now about the possibility of the seeding and having momentum when you come back on Monday, is because you could literally go anywhere from a 2 to a 4, and maybe slight possibility to be at home if everything went right. But if you're going to be on the road, you want to make sure that you're carrying a little motivation with you, momentum from play, from the Friday before, and I think that's where we sit, just trying to play as hard as we can play, keep moving, and come out of this game as healthy as we can, and then get suited up for that postseason when some teams are putting things away, and we're fortunate enough to get another week at least, and we'll go from there.
All right, Coach. Well, good luck tonight against the Bison. It's a long bus ride over the Powder River Pass or through Casper, whichever way you go, but it'll be one of the longer bus rides this year.
Oh, yeah, and at least it looks like it's going to be a nice day, so that's a big plus as we get ready to head up there to Johnson County.
Okay, thanks, Coach. And we've been visiting with John Scott, head coach of the Lander Valley Tigers, on the Bailey Tire and Auto Service Center pregame show.
Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, community health centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
I'm Bo Clark, coach of the University of Wyoming rodeo team, reminding you that putting on a seatbelt doesn't take 8 seconds and it can save your life.
Go Pokes, buckle up!
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
All right, welcome back to Buffalo, Wyoming. Josh Henninger, Ernie over with you here as we are getting ready for the last regular season contest of the 2021 season for the Lander Tigers football team going against the Buffalo Bison. So, good news is we do have playoff football. That is guaranteed. The thing that is in the air is whether that will be as the 2 seed, the 3 seed, or the 4 seed. The biggest thing that the Tigers need to do in this game is to beat the Bison by 10 or more points. And they need the Douglas Bearcats to beat the Worland Warriors, and the Tigers will have the 2 seed. If the Tigers win and Worland wins, the Tigers will be the number 3 seed. And the Tigers will be number 4 seed with a loss against the Bison. So, Ernie, going into this game, it's the last regular season game. Tigers need to win it to get up to 500 overall and have a winning record in the conference. What do you think the Tigers need to do in order to beat the Bison to get that higher seed in the playoffs?
Well, I tell you what, there are 2 players they're going to have to focus on. Ben Camino, who averages 116.7 yards a game, and Jackson Moon, who completes 65% of his passes and averages 153 yards per game passing. Those are the 2 key players in the Bison lineup here tonight. And if the Tigers can do a good job with that, well, then Lander stands a good chance to pull one out of the hat here. Interesting to note that when the Buffalo Bison just ran onto the field, the Washington and Lee March is the school song for Buffalo and for Lander Valley. So, we'll have a lot of local music here tonight. The Bison Band is just off to our right. We are on the top of the bleachers here, right underneath, and we're going to take a couple of timeouts and be right back with our starting lineups.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
Ever wonder why so many babies are delivered at Hot Springs Health in Thermopolis? Could it be the exceptional prenatal care offered by our providers? Or our convenient family practice clinics located in Thermopolis, Worland, Basin, Shoshone, and Riverton? Maybe it's our new OB suites with large jetted tub, or maybe it's the place where you know you can find all of this and more.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
All right, welcome back to Buffalo, Wyoming, as we are getting ready for the matchup between the Lander Tigers and the Buffalo Bison. We'll go ahead and go over the Sutherland starting lineups for both teams. For the Tigers, starting at wide receiver is the senior number 9, Jace LeClaire. Starting at quarterback will be the junior number 10, Brennan Stauffenberg. The other receiver will be number 13, the senior Jonah Brown. And the tight end will be number 15, senior Robert Cuevapalo. Coming in at the wide, another receiver, senior number 22, Tisso Guena. And your starting running back will be senior number 35, Zach Larvey, who stepped in big time last week, filling in the shoes for
Matisse Weaver.
Weaver, thank you. I'm having a brain fart there. All right, on your offensive line, you have seniors Frank Armejo, Ernesto Cabriales, and Carlito Gonzalez, as well as junior Cody Cunningham and senior William Shade. For the Buffalo Bison, we have, let's see, I gotta get the other roster here. I taped it off. Don't have positions. All right. So we got Michael Anott is a junior. Xander Hewlett, a junior. Blake Bell, a junior. Dawson Pulser, a junior. Senior Jackson Moon, and senior Benjamin Camino. Charles Wonka will be junior starting for the Bison. Mark Glassick, a junior. Got Keegan Money, the senior. Brogan Byram, a junior. Aiden O'Neill, a senior. And Caden Boyce, a sophomore. So we've got a couple sophomores listed on there. We got height and weight in their grade, but don't have a position on the roster. So not quite sure who's going to start where. But it looks like the Bison will be kicking it off to the Tigers to start this contest. And with the call of the game, here is Mr. Ernie Over.
All right, and set to kick off for the Bison is Caden Boyce. He is a sophomore for the Buffalo Bison. They are wearing their gold pants, black jerseys with white numbers. They have a gold helmet. The Lander Tigers in green pants, white jerseys, green numbers, and they have a black helmet. And now here is Boyce as he's getting ready. Deep is Tisso Guena for the Tigers at the 5. Here's the long end-over-end kick, and it's going to be downed at the 23-yard line. And coming up and doing those chores for the Tigers was Brown. So we have the Tigers going to start the ball now, and they will be 1st and 10, and they're going to be at their own 23-yard line. So that's where Lander starts tonight, at their own 23. It is a brisk night here tonight in Buffalo. Not quite as brisk as it was last week in Rollins, but we do have wind coming out of the southeast, so we'll pay attention to that. The Tigers sent 2 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. In the shotgun is Brandon Stauffenberg, and immediately he fires, caught over by the 28-yard line. It'll be a gain of a few yards over there, and it was Tisso Guena who made the catch. So right out of the bat, the Tigers go to the air, and the first pass is going to be good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down, maybe a long 4. Maybe 5. It looks like it's about a 6-yard pickup. And the Tigers are now down at the 28-yard line. Back to pass again is Stauffenberg. He rolls to his right side, throws way downfield, out of bounds, and he just tossed that one away. He was under a little bit of pressure, Josh.
Yeah, the Bison did a good job of bringing pressure on the front four. It looked like they were in man coverage downfield. Stauffenberg was trying to do the best he could to extend the play, rolling to his right, trying to find a receiver. And unfortunately, he had to throw it out of bounds, but it'll still make it third and manageable here for the Tigers.
Okay, the Tigers come out, twins to the left side and one receiver to the right. The snap is good, and it goes on the near side. Catching the football for the Tigers is Gabe Harris, and Harris gets the first down. He goes across the 25 up to the 27. Oh, no, I'm sorry, the 37-yard line. Or is that? Oh, that's the 38.
Either way, first down for the Tigers. Good bread and butter plays for Stauffenberg, giving some confidence here early in the game. Just quick little timing routes. 3-step drop over to Gwynna, and then a 3-step drop to Harris there, setting up the bubble screen. First down for the Tigers.
Back again in the gun is Stauffenberg. Takes 3 steps back, throws downfield. It's caught at the 45-yard line and immediately tackled there. Let's see, that was Kovapalo with the catch. His first catch of the afternoon, and it goes for 7 yards to the 45-yard line.
Looks like the Bison are playing a little prevent defense, giving some cushion on the receivers, and Stauffenberg's taking advantage of it, just giving it to them before they cheat up.
And there's the first running play, a big play for the Tigers, and it's Leclerc. Leclerc across the 50-yard line, down to the 42-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. And with that last play, the Lander Tigers cross midfield. And AARP Wyoming wants to remind you good things happen after 50. To see what's going on for folks over 50 in Wyoming, check out AARP Wyoming's Facebook page. 1st and 10 now at the 42-yard line for the Tigers as they crossed, and we have a whistle and an offside call by Buffalo. So it goes, wow. That was by the way, that was a 13-yard run by Leclerc for the first down. And now the Tigers have the ball moved up the field. First penalty of the game against Buffalo. It's a 5-yarder, and it goes down to the 36-yard line. So the Tigers have it with the penalty on the 36. There's the handoff again to Leclerc, and he powers his way across the 35 down to about the 33-yard line. Little off-tackle play, Josh.
Yeah, it's looking like a good balanced offense here for the Tigers so far in their first possession. Had a couple of quick pass plays and now a couple of runs. Of course, making with that offsides call, making it 1st and 5. You know, you want to do what you can to stay ahead of the sticks. Make it 2nd and 3rd or manageable. Tigers doing a great job of that so far.
2nd down, 2 yards to go. Stauffenberg rolls to his right, passes downfield, it's caught! Touchdown Tigers! Into the end zone for the Lander Tigers, Gabe Harris, and he climbed the ladder, caught that ball, and there was no one around him. Into the end zone, touchdown Lander.
I can guarantee you that Gabe Harris was not Stauffenberg's first option. He looked to his left, looked to his right. He saw the pressure coming, did a great job keeping his eyes downfield. Noticed that Harris was in the hole in the coverage there, gave it to him in a spot where only he was going to catch it, and Harris takes it in for the first score of the game for the Tigers.
33-yard touchdown pass. Kovapalo now for the extra point. It's blocked. The PAT is blocked as that play took a little bit long to go, but we now have the Tigers on the board. Lander 6 and the Buffalo Bison 0.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Welcome back to Buffalo, Wyoming. Josh Henninger, Ernie over with you here as the Tigers take their first possession of the game period. Go down the field. It was a 6-play drive, I believe.
Yeah, 6 plays, 67 yards.
67 yards with the offsides penalty for the bonus free 5 yards. Tigers, I think that's 2 games in a row. They've taken their opening drive in for a score. And unfortunately, with that, with the injury to Matisse Weaver, we do not have our normal kicker. So they're still trying to find somebody to put in for that as the PAT was blocked. So I would assume maybe the Tigers go for 2 on the next one.
Yeah, Kovapalo will be the kickoff person for the Tigers at the 40-yard line. Inett and Peters are back for the Buffalo Bison, back about the 8-yard line. There's a nice kick, but it's blown dead, and we have an offside against Buffalo.
On the kick?
On the kick.
Okay.
Well, that's a rare one. We don't usually have... right, that's their second penalty now. Second 5-yarder, so the Tigers will take it. That was a pretty good kick by Kovapalo, by the way. And just as he kicked it, the whistle blew.
Yeah.
So they'll move it up to the 45 now.
Somebody must have been cheating up, went across that line that you weren't supposed to. But I do love that the ref has a mic so we can hear the call over the PA system.
Exactly.
Fantastic.
Okay, Kovapalo has it teed up at the 45-yard line. The Tigers going from right to left here at Bison Field. There's the high end-over-end kick, and it's going to go to Inett, and he takes a fair catch, and he caught it in the end zone. So that was the fair catch, and the Buffalo Bison, we're now, I said Bison Field, it's Mike Moon Field. If you remember, longtime Wyoming fans, Mike Moon was a very good coach, won a bunch of state championships here for the Buffalo Bison, and now his grandson is the quarterback for the Bison, and they come out. One man on the backfield, trips to the left side, one man on the near side. Moon back to pass to the near side, and it is caught and dropped. So that was an opening pass. Both teams went for the opening pass, and that was Gade Horsekti, who was the intended receiver that time.
Just a quick timer out there for Moon. He saw that the cornerbacks were laying back for the Tigers, and unfortunately Horetsky was not able to bring that one in before he got moving.
In the I formation now, receivers wide on each side. Moon takes it. There's the handoff. There's a big rush up the middle by Camino. Camino, number 28, gets about 7 yards on the play, maybe 8. We're going to give him 8 yards on the play, and it'll be 3rd down and 2 now for the Bison.
Up front, it looks like that your sizes are about the same between the Bison offensive line and Tiger defensive line, so it's going to be a real war in the trenches to see who can get the drive.
Camino, one of the top rushers, and there's the snap is fumbled. It's on the ground, and I believe Moon got it back. But it's a loss back to the 20. It'll be an 8-yard loss. So Moon gets a negative 8 yards on that snap, and that one was just too high to handle.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened, if the center got under a little bit too much, trying to put a little more juice to it since Moon was in the shotgun. But it was too high. Luckily, he's able to recover it, so Buffalo can still flip the field by punting it away.
Quina down for the Tigers. He's at 50-yard line. He makes the catch inside Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. So that's where the Lander Tigers will start. 1st down, 10 yards to go. We're at 8 minutes to go, first period. Lander 6, Buffalo 0 on our Tiger scoreboard.
Well, I think so far, Ernie, on the first offensive and defensive possession, you couldn't have drawn it up any better for the Tigers. We're only 4 minutes into the quarter. You had your opening drive go in for a score, and your opening defensive possession force a 3 and out on the Bison. Tigers are looking good so far. One of these things we've seen with them is they usually start slow, so hopefully they're able to keep it up throughout the whole game.
Guina and Brown split out wide to the right side. Here's a running play. Goes to LeClaire. He powers his way maybe for a yard or two. Good defensive pursuit on the parallel run that time. Yeah, he gets 1 yard down to the 47.
Looked like the first one there to tackle LeClaire was Eli Patterson, the sophomore for the Bison. He'll make it 2nd and 8 for the Tigers.
Covapollo in motion, stops at the tight end position. Here's a pitch to LeClaire. He's met, in the backfield and is crunched. A big loss for the Tigers. Coming in there was Brogan Byram. So that was a loss, and they're going to mark it back at the 50-yard line. It'll be a loss of 3 for the Tigers.
Looks like that was the sophomore Caden Boyce was the one that got in there for the Bison for the tackle for loss. Again, the defensive front for the Bison was able to just get right through the Tiger offensive line and get them in the backfield.
3rd and 12. There's a quick hitter. Passes goes out. The Tigers have got it. It's a first down across the 35 down to the 30-yard line. Tissot Gwena on the reception, and the Tigers move the sticks.
That's Gabe Harris. I got it. 27.
Oh, that was Harris?
22.
Not
Yep.
22. All right. My apologies, Gabe. Great pass by Harris, and it goes from the 50-yard line down to the 34-yard line. So that's an 11-yard gain.
Another quick hitter for the Tigers to get a first down.
And here we go.
Offside.
Whistle, and we have another offside penalty. Is going to go against the Bison. This is their 3rd penalty. So that helps the Tigers quite a bit, Josh. It's 1st and 5.
1st and 5 again. Tigers are in Buffalo territory. They're at the 29. See if they can get it into the red zone.
Okay, here we go. There's the handoff right straight up the middle. LeClaire close to the first down. He's going to get 4 yards straight up the gut.
It looks like it's going to be a battle of attrition there on the inside on the trenches. The big man between the Bison and the Tigers. So far, it's been either offense that has had the advantage, both the Bison offense and Tiger offense. So I'm not sure what they need to do in order for the defenses to start winning the battle in the trenches.
LeClaire on Stauffenberg's left side. There's a pass down the field. It is short, incomplete, hit the ground at the 5. Tigers had 2 receivers down there, but the Bison had 3 defenders.
Looks like he had a double post route there for the receivers on the far side. Bison were in man coverage. Stauffenberg saw that Covapollo had to step in front of his receiver. Unfortunately, he led him just a little bit too far, so he wasn't able to stretch out and catch that one. But we still got 3rd and manageable. It's going to be a 3rd and short 2. Tigers need to get it inside the 25 to about 24 and a half to get a first down.
Stauffenberg under center now for Lander. There's the snap, the handoff. Oh, nothing doing. The front 4 of the Bison had that one read, Josh. No gain on the play.
Yeah, as soon as I mentioned something, the Bison defense stepped up. Looks like it was Eli Patterson in there as well as Caden Boyce were the first ones to hit. LeClaire, one of the things I saw is he was having a little bit of hesitation trying to pick and choose which hole he wanted to go through. One of those where you got to hit it head on and just blast your way through.
Tigers going for it. Everyone's in tight. Back to pass. Stauffenberg. There's the catch to Gwena. He's got the first down at the 15-yard line.
Looked like the Bison were set up for another run play on that one. Everybody was stacked up in the box. Everybody was up on the line. Gwena just leaked out into the flat, wide open. Nobody near him. Tigers get a key 4th down conversion. They are now in the Buffalo red zone at the 17-yard line.
Okay, the Tigers come up to the line. Back in the gun is Stauffenberg. And the handoff to LeClaire. He goes to his right side. And, he is pulled down by his helmet. No flag on the play, but he's still going to get about 3 yards on the carry.
Yeah, it looks like that may have been a horse collar tackle by the Bison, but he must have been able to get his hand out of the way quick enough. As it looks like that is Aiden O'Neill limping off the sideline, one of the seniors for the Bison.
It is 2nd down now, and we've got about a long 7 to go here. Tigers on the far side, hash mark, inside the red zone. There's the gun. Pass, tipped, and it's intercepted at the 5-yard line by Buffalo. That pass was tipped, Josh, at the line of scrimmage. It went up in the air, and Buffalo came down with the ball at the 5, a 5-yard return.
Yeah, unfortunately, Stauffenberg was trying to float that one in, put a little touch to it. He saw his man open coming across the middle on the slant route. Unfortunately, it was tipped at the line of scrimmage, and the safety was sitting there waiting for it, just playing center field. Was able to cut in front of the Tiger defender, high point it, gets an interception for the first turnover from either side, as Buffalo comes up big defensively to prevent the Tigers from going up by 2 scores.
Okay, the ball's at the 11-yard line now. Hash mark far side. Moon is in the gun. And Camino in motion. Camino gets the carry. Jet sweep left side. He gets about 4 or 5 yards before he's knocked out of bounds.
LeClaire in there for the tackle for the Tigers. He did a good job getting past the block set by the Bison receivers on the far side. Still able to keep the edge. So the receiver for the Bison, or the runner, couldn't get all the way around the perimeter. Still a good gain. He's 2nd and 6 for Buffalo.
Moon again in the gun. Camino in the slot to the right side. There's the handoff, and it goes to the first man through, the tailback, and that's Camino. He gets another couple of yards, but the Tigers close that hole in a hurry.
Gabe Harris came in from his edge rushing spot. He was able to fill that gap. Tigers did a good job of reducing the cutback lanes. Gabe Harris just using his linebacker position from that second level to come in and fill in that gap that was left open from the defensive line. Looks like it's going to be about 3rd and 3.
In the gun again, one man in motion. Here's the handoff. Jet sweep, caught in the backfield and down short of the first down. Harris was right there for the Tigers. Also coming in was Covapalo.
Covapalo was there, and Carlito Gonzalez was the first one to kind of slow him up. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to wrap his feet up. He was able to scamper away, but good pursuit by the Tiger defense, getting to the ball carrier, bringing him short. 4th down. Bison are going to have to punt again.
Deep back is Tisso Gwynna at the 5-yard line. Here's the kick. It's a high end-over-ender. Gwynna takes it, a fair catch at the 43-yard line. Tigers 1st down and 10.
So far, Tigers doing a good job. They did, unfortunately, give up that tipped interception, but they did defense backing up the offense, kept the Bison to 3 and out deep in their own zone. So Tigers still have good starting field position on the Buffalo side of the 50 for 2nd possession in a row.
2 3 and outs for the Buffalo offense. Nice crowd here tonight. It's senior night. They're celebrating all the seniors in their various programs. Did I touch the camera again?
You touched the camera.
Oh, okay, the scoreboard camera. Apologize for that. Here's a jet or a little bubble a screen that loses 3 yards. Went to LeClaire. And so that one didn't work. The defense that time, and officials are going to give him an extra special spot back to the 45. So it's only going to be a loss of 2 on the play. There we go. Okay, ready to go now. 2:17 to go, first period. Lander leading 6-0 on our Tiger scoreboard. In the gun is Stauffenberg. LeClaire on his left shoulder. Back to pass. 4-step drop. Long pass downfield. He's got a man, and it's just overthrown. And that pass was intended downfield. Let's see, who was that?
Jonah Brown.
Oh, that was Jonah Brown. Okay. So it is going to be 3rd down and 12 now for the Tigers.
I see what Stauffenberg was trying to do there. His initial option on the left-hand side was not there, so he saw the single coverage with Jonah Brown. Looks like it was Michael Anott who was the defender for the Bison. Brown did have a step on Anott, but Stauffenberg led him just a little bit too far.
Trips. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good. My bad.
Trips to the left side now for the Tigers. Stauffenberg takes 1 step, and there's an incomplete pass. It was intended that time for Larvey, and Larvey just didn't catch it, so it'll be 4th down.
And it didn't look like Larvey was quite ready for that one. Stauffenberg was trying to get it out to him on the screen, using the receivers as the blockers up front. And Larvey just couldn't get his head turned around fast enough. Luckily, it was a forward pass, or else Bison would have returned that fumble back for a touchdown to tie the game.
Stauffenberg is going back in deep punt formation. He's back at the 40-yard line. We have one man back for Buffalo. Snap is good. Kick is good. It's a wobbler. Bounces at the 20-yard line, and it's going to be down at the 10. So that time, Michael Einett did not decide to pick it up. So the Buffalo Bison have it now at their own 10-yard line. Minute 48 to go here. First period. Lights are now on here at Mike Moon Field.
Well, they've been on since we got here. But they're working now.
Well, what I should say is the lights are taking effect now.
There you go.
At Mike Moon Field.
Now that the sun's gone behind the mountains behind us.
Okay, had a lovely drive over the Bighorn today. Einhoff is back. There's a pitch, a shovel pass, and it's caught and good. Good yardage for the Bison, and running out of bounds with it is Blake Bell. But that's a big gainer on a little shovel pass in the middle there, and it gains all the way to the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 20 yards.
Yeah, it looked like that may have been a possible option play there for the Bison. Had the man in motion as well as the shovel pass option on the sweep. Good gain for the Bison as they get their first down of the game.
Bell is one of the leading receivers for the Bison. This time we get a carry by Camino, and he goes up to about 4 yards on the play. No, I'm sorry, that's not Camino. That is Charles Wonka. So Wonka gets the 4-yard carry up to the 34, and it's a second down.
Bison are showing a little bit different look than they did on their first two possessions. See if they can't create a spark on the offense and drive down the field.
And we have trips on the left side for Moon. Back to step, takes 3 steps back. Now passes, it's intercepted by the Tigers. Great interception. That was a very bad throw by Moon, and the Tigers come up with the football.
Ernesto Cabriales almost got too excited there. He was the only one in the area. Moon was hit as he threw that one away. He didn't see who it was who was giving the pressure for the Tigers, but Cabriales, the only one there, bobbled it a little bit, able to regain his composure and bring it in before he started running. Tigers come back with a turnover, forcing a turnover of their own. Now they will be driving at the Buffalo 31-yard line.
Okay, the Tigers get the signal from John Scott on the sideline. 43 seconds left here in the first period from Mike Moon Field. And now Lander is going to call a timeout, and we'll be back right after this.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
Back again at Mike Moon Field in Buffalo. Tigers with a 6-0 lead. 43 seconds to go first period. They've got the ball following the interception at the Bison 31-yard line. In the gun is Stauffenberg. Larvey right beside him. Stauffenberg takes 4 steps back and sacked. Well, that one just took too long the play took too long to develop.
There you go. Yeah, it looked like that was going to be, that's a coverage sack there for the Bison. Charles Wonka coming off the edge was able to get to Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg was looking to his right, looking to his left, trying to find somebody to throw to. Looks like all of his receivers were covered downfield. Wonka coming off the edge from the blind side. Stauffenberg didn't feel him. Sack for the Bison, and that's going to be
10 yards.
Loss, a loss of 10 yards. And it looks like there's going to be another timeout.
Yeah, apparently another timeout. Oh, the end of the period.
End of the first quarter.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
All right, we'll go to break. We'll be back with the second quarter between the Bison and the Tigers. Tigers lead 6-0.
Is your resolution this year to be healthier? You may have made a commitment to improve your physical health, but don't forget about your financial health. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union is listed as one of the healthiest credit unions in the U.S., and we are the healthiest credit union in Wyoming, according to depositaccounts.com. Don't risk having your accounts anywhere else. Become a member today and accomplish your first resolution by becoming healthier. Financially speaking, that is. Federally insured by NCUA. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to...
All right, sorry, High Plains Power. We'll get back to you in just a bit as the Tigers and the Bison are ready to start the second quarter. Tigers have it 2nd and 20.
Okay, in the gun is Stauffenberg. There's the fake handoff, back to pass. Looking downfield, he's chased again, and he gets it away to Caballeros, but that's going to be an ineligible receiver. Another penalty for the Tigers. And again, the play just taking too long to develop, Josh.
Yeah, I see what they're trying to do with the play action pass. Unfortunately, there hasn't been enough run game established to where the defensive backs are biting on the fake. And you're seeing the front four for the Bison starting to take over against the Tigers and getting the pressure against Stauffenberg. So it is going to be, looks like it was intentional grounding because Caballeros was not an eligible receiver. So it will be loss of down, including the 5-yard loss as well. So this will make it 3rd and forever from about Gillette.
Yeah, exactly. The line of scrimmage is now the 46-yard line. And that was back from the 41. So loss of down makes it 3rd down for the Tigers. 3rd and forever. Back to pass. Stauffenberg takes 3 steps back. Under pressure. Launches a pass way out of bounds. Boy, did he get some pressure that time, Josh. Number 70 and 75. That was Aiden O'Neill and Caden Boyce on the big rush that time.
Yeah, and it's not like the Bison are throwing big blitzes or anything like that. They're just getting off the edge. O'Neill and Boyce are coming from either side. Tiger offensive line is getting blown up at the guard and tackle positions from either side. They're not loading the box. They're not bringing more than 3 or 4 at a time. Tigers need to figure something out so Stauffenberg isn't getting hit play after play after play.
Michael Lynette is back for the Bison. He's back at the goal line. Here's the kick, and it's a wobbler. Oh, not a good kick at all. Doesn't even make the original line of scrimmage. Goes out of bounds at about, the 33-yard line. So not a good kick at all, but that's where Buffalo will start. They're still deep in their own territory at the 33. Did I touch the camera again?
Yeah, it keeps sitting on the cord.
Oh, I keep sitting on the cord. I'm sorry there for folks paying attention to the scoreboard camera. Okay, here we go. Buffalo, 1st down, 10 yards to go. Quarterback Moon has the handoff. Calabreo was caught in the backfield at that time. Really good rush. Camino, was caught in the backfield, and it's going to be a loss all the way back to the 27-yard line. So a big loss on the play of 7 yards by Camino.
Looked like the first one there for the tackle for loss for Tigers was Zach Larvey. The Bison were trying to do just a halfback draw there to bounce to the outside. Larvey got the push, and the penetration was able to bring the Camino down in the backfield for the second tackle for loss for the Tigers.
Back to pass is Moon. There's a pass almost intercepted by the Tigers. Broken up there by Jace LeClaire.
Bison went out wide, having four receivers on that set. Tigers were just a man-to-man. Good coverage there by LeClaire. Moon was trying to fit it in to the tight window. LeClaire was able to stick his paw out, knock it to the turf. Make it 3rd and long for the Bison, be about 3rd and 16.
Okay, here comes Moon. The field here named after his grandfather, who was a very successful coach for the Bison years ago. There's the high snap. The fake. Moon is caught from behind and pulled down at the original line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of 7 or 8, but it'll be 4th down.
Yeah, that was Gabe Harris, tackle for the Tigers. Tigers defensively, they got in the backfield, but they looked a little bit confused as to who had the ball. They had a couple of opportunities where they looked like they could have brought Moon down for a sack. He was able to squirt his way through, got a gain, but the Tigers will force another 3 and out.
So still negative yardage. There's the punt to Gwynna, and he catches it at the 30-yard line, and he's going to go ahead to the 37, 38-yard line, running straight up the gut that time. A nice punt, nice catch. And about, let's see where they're going to mark it, at the 38-yard line, 8-yard return by Gwynna.
And for only the second time out of their first 5 possessions, the Tigers will have it on their own side of the field. They had the opening kickoff to start the game on their side of the 50, and now this one at the 37. Still good starting field position. Tigers definitely have the advantage in that stat so far in the game.
Okay, they're having trouble with the chains. Now they've got the chain gang over there all set. Tigers have the ball, 1st down and 10 yards to go. Stauffenberg in the gun, handoff to LeClaire. LeClaire goes on the left side, spins, still going down. It'll be a nice gain, about 4 yards or so. We're going to call it 4 yards for LeClaire.
One thing you want to do when you're trying to establish a running game is on those 1st down runs, you want to get it about 3-4 yards a clip. Stay ahead of the chains. Make it to where a balanced attack, if your first run goes 3 to 4 yards, then you have easy opportunity to cut that remaining yardage in half for the 1st down conversion.
And somebody lost a glove out there, and Stauffenberg is giving it to the official who restarts the clock. Back to pass, 3-step drop. Pass is caught on the far side. Kovapalo has it, and he's up to the 1st down yardage. Boy, what a drive that was by Kovapalo to the 50-yard line. 1st down, Tigers.
Great second effort there by Kovapalo. I thought maybe when he took a couple steps back, he fumbled it. No, he still had it. He was able to shrug off the arm tackles about half of the Bison defense. And with that second effort, was able to get enough for the 1st down. Tigers have it, 1st and 10 at midfield.
Okay, here come the Tigers up to the line of scrimmage, still in the gun. Hand off to Larvey. He's caught at the line of scrimmage, but he gets past the midfield line. And with that carry, the Lander Tigers cross midfield. And AARP Wyoming wants to remind you good things happen after 50. To see what's going on for folks over 50 in Wyoming, check out AARP Wyoming's Facebook page.
Brogan Byram coming off the far side edge for the Bison. Coming around the edge, able to get in the backfield and keep the running back to a small gain.
Okay, there's the handoff again, and it's Stauffenberg who keeps it, kind of sweeps around the left side, very close to the 1st down. Nice play by Stauffenberg on a really good fake to LeClaire.
Yeah, Stauffenberg had it on a read option there. One of the things you'll want to do when you are the quarterback in that situation is you look on the edge rusher of the direction you're going to run. That's going to be your read. If he crashes in towards the running back, you keep it. If he decides to play contain and stay out on the edge, that's when you give it to the running back. That's what they call it, read option. Read that edge rusher to figure out who's going to get the ball This will make it 3rd and less than a yard for the Tigers.
Stauffenberg has the handoff to LeClaire. LeClaire powers his way to the first down yardage, I believe. He's at the 40-yard line, and that should be enough for the first down. We're waiting for the official signal. They're marking it right on the 40-yard line. And is that going to be a first down? No, they're calling it 4th down. It must be a little short. I've got my glasses on the yard marker over there, and it looked like it was on the 40, and the football is just short of the 40.
Yeah, I think they got a bad spot there for the forward progression. Nonetheless, Stauffenberg should be able to get it on a sneak, and that's exactly what he does.
Yeah, right up the middle, quarterback keeper, gain of about 3 yards on the play, and so Stauffenberg is now in positive yardage for the Tigers. He now has 2 positive yards. He had 11 negative yards early in the game. So the rush goes from the 41 to the 30. Is that the 38?
Yep.
Yep, 38-yard line. Gain of 3 on the play by Stauffenberg. Up to the line of scrimmage. Hassmark, far side. Run to LeClaire. He's caught in the backfield and sacked. Well, they must have been watching the film from Rollins because the defense has been right on the mark, holding LeClaire down to a little yardage.
Yeah, the Bison front 7 are doing a great job getting around the Tiger blocks. That was Charles Wonka coming in for the tackle for loss for the Bison. It's one of those that they're trying to bounce it outside and get the perimeter, get the big runs. But right now, your edge rushers for the Bison are definitely winning that battle. I would do runs up the gut. Doesn't look like there's as much pressure up the middle.
Here's a pass by Stauffenberg, caught by Brown. Brown's down across the 35-yard line, down close to the 34-yard line. That's where they're going to mark it, at the 34. A nice pass, so that's going to go for, 7 yards on the play.
They make it 3rd and 6 for the Tigers, and one of the ways to combat a strong edge rush, throw a screen out to that side where your offensive linemen keep getting beat. Then if everybody rushes in on the interior, you get everybody set outside, and you got a convoy out in front. Screens go for big yardage down the field.
Back in the gun, Stauffenberg looks to his left, throws to his right, incomplete, overthrown. Intended receiver downfield. I believe that was going to be Brown again.
It looked like Stauffenberg was staring down his receiver on the far side. He had 2 options over there. Sensed the pressure coming in from his blind side. Tried to throw it back to the right to Brown. Unfortunately, he hurried the throw just a little bit, threw it off his back foot, so it was a little bit too tall. Tigers are going to be in that gray area, about the 35-yard line. You may see a possible pooch punt by Stauffenberg.
Well, they're going to go for it. They've lined up trips to the left side. One man in the backfield. Back to pass, Stauffenberg. He looks that way, throws, and it's incomplete. I don't know who the intended receiver was that time. I think it was Harris, 27, Gabe Harris, but it hit the ground. No one around it. Turnover on downs by the Tigers.
Yeah, you had Harris and Gwynna over there in that general area. Looks like the Bison were in a zone coverage. Stauffenberg may have been trying to lead Gwynna in the hole between the 2 defenders there, led him just a little bit too far. And Harris was more on the boundary. Not quite sure if May just got stuck in the middle between 2 receivers.
There's the handoff, goes on the far side. Carrying the football is Camino. And he doesn't get much. Nice defense that time by the Tigers. They made good penetration getting in there.
The whole pack of Tigers over there extending the play, forcing it over to the boundary, doing a good job at setting the edge, making sure that running back does not get around the perimeter. Had Armejo over there and Cody Cunningham to bring the running back down for a short gain.
1 yard by Camino. In the gun is Moon. Moon takes 4 steps back, looks downfield, throws, and it's incomplete. Too short. It was going to be intended for Inat.
Tigers in a zone defense there. They had 3 receivers on the near side, all kind of in different routes, had one up the middle, a couple on a go routes, just straight down the field. His receiver was open. He just threw it a little too short to his feet. See if Tigers can hold him on 3rd and long.
Inett split out wide to the left side in the I formation. Handoff goes straight up the middle to Camino. Camino breaks one tackle but not another, and is going to be forward progress is going to be just short of the first down. It's going to be at the 43-yard line.
Good form tackle there by Gabe Harris. Camino was able to make the first man miss, kept him short. Be 4th and short. Bison are going to go for it.
Moon under center this time, and they call timeout.
Yeah, looks like they're just trying to draw him off sides, get the free 5 yards.
6-0, Lander, 4:16 to go until halftime, and we'll be back right after this.
Served areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
Prices are going up all over. Food prices, fuel prices, tires, oils, you name it. But there's one thing that hasn't gone up. WRTA bus lines will still get you where you need to go in Fremont County for the same low price they've always had. Just $1 one way. How can you beat that? See WRTAbuslines.com for the new fall route schedule. Save hundreds of dollars every month. And use the WRTA to travel to and from the Riverton Airport. See WRTAbuslines.com for details.
Moon under center, 4th down. They need a yard. He's got the I formation in the back. A handoff goes to the first man, 1st down. Camino with the carry. No, I'm sorry, that's not Camino. That is Wonka. Wonka gets the carry for the 1st down, and it goes from the 43, and that's what they just did. Josh, they ran right up the middle to the 43.
Yeah, just in the I formation. Wonka was set up as the fullback, the first one there. Saw a gap, went through it, got the 4th down conversion for the Bison.
Here's another rush play that stops right at the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard on the play, as coming off the bottom of that stack that time was Camino. So not much yardage that time, only a yard of a gain on the play to the 50-yard line. 1 yard. Up to the line now under center is Moon. Moon fakes the handoff, rolls to his right side, throws in the middle. There's a pass caught. Nice catch that time, and it's going to go to Wonka, and it's going to be short of a 1st down, but the pass, Josh, is going to go from the 50 to the 43-yard line, 7-yard gain on that pass play.
And just trying to do exactly what the Tigers were trying to do with that last possession with the play-action pass. Moon does a play action to the running back. His fullback Wonka goes out in the flat on the rollout. Good completion will make it 3rd and short.
In the gun again. High snap, and the handoff to Camino, and he's trapped behind the line of scrimmage. Big loss back down to the 47-yard line.
One of the things that you can't do when you have a draw play for your running back is have a high snap, because it throws off your timing and doesn't give you that burst. Ernesto Cabriel is coming through for the Tigers for another tackle for loss. I believe that's his 2nd or 3rd tackle for loss already here in the 1st half.
Coming in to punt is Eli Patterson. Back is Gwinna. Gwinna at the 10, Patterson at the 40. There's the kick. It's high end over end, and Gwinna's going to let it go into the end zone. So it'll be a touchback, and the Tigers will have it 1st and 10 at the 20. 2:10 to go until halftime. Lander with a 6-point lead. And, of course, as you heard Josh say in the pregame show, Lander needs to win this game by 10 points to not be in last place in the division for the championship seedings.
Need a win by 10 and need the Bearcats to beat the Warriors. There's a possibility that quarterfinal game could be played in Lander.
Yeah, if Lander
shake out.
Yeah, if Lander ends up with the 2nd seed, then the game would be in Lander. So that's what the Tigers are playing, a little extra incentive here against the 5-2 Bison. Jace LeClaire on the right shoulder. pass downfield, right off the hands of Harris and out of bounds. Gabe tried to get up for that. It was a little high, Josh, and the ball just went right off his hands and out of bounds.
Yeah, I think Harris was trying to play the tip off of Benjamin Camino, who dropped back in coverage. Camino had a beat on it. Stauffenberg didn't put enough air under it, or else that would have been a good completion to Harris.
2nd and 10. There's the handoff to LeClaire. He's caught at the line of scrimmage, and he'll lose maybe a yard. Maybe he gets back to the 20. They're going to put him right at the 20-yard line, so it'll be no gain.
Big, tall, number 16, Eli Patterson, the sophomore for the Bills, able to get through and get the tackle for no gain, I guess. To still be 3rd and 10, I believe.
Buffalo was called timeout.
Yep. Trying to preserve time with it being a 3rd and long. See if they can't get the ball back for halftime.
We didn't mention this, but most of the Buffalo players are wearing pink towels. And a few folks in the audience wearing pink. It's, as you know, Breast Cancer Awareness Month in Wyoming, the month of October. Minute 57, just 3 ticks under 2 minutes to go, first half. Tigers have a big play coming up, 3rd down and 10, as the last 2 plays have not gained any yardage.
Yeah, the Tigers did a good job first couple possessions going down the field. They had a couple of quick passes, couple screens. They were getting some good yardage on the runs as well on the ground game. So it was a good balanced offense, but now they're starting to struggle a little bit. I don't know if the Bison saw something to change their coverage. They're getting a lot more pressure to Stauffenberg, and he hasn't had time to do those quick timing route completions.
Receivers on each end, one man in the slot, in the gun. Stauffenberg claps his hand, goes back to pass downfield, too strong, and it's intercepted and dropped. Well, that was lucky on that time, as Inhofe had that ball in his hands, but he was leaning forward too far, and it fell apart, and it'll be 4th down for the Tigers.
Yeah, Stauffenberg saw that his receiver had the opening there, but unfortunately he threw it a little bit behind him and a little bit too tall. If he were to lead the receiver inside towards the middle a little bit more into his chest, that would have been a good completion and a conversion for the Tigers, but instead they'll have to punt it away.
Einhat is back for the Bison at midfield. Minute 52 to go here, first half. Tigers lead by 6. There's the snap, and there's the punt, and it bounces at the 45-yard line, rolls to the 47-yard line, and that's where Buffalo will have it, 47-yard line inside Lander territory. First down with a minute 44 to go until halftime. Oh, big challenge here for the Tigers to keep them out of the end zone.
Yeah, only a 27-yard punt there. Again, not having your primary kicker for the rest of the year. It does hurt trying to fill that position. Just in high school football, usually you only have one person that kicks pretty regularly. See if the Bison can go down the score before halftime.
Moon drops back to pass, launches one way downfield, and it drops incomplete. No flags. Tigers had double coverage downfield, and the intended receiver that time was Einat. I-H-N-A-T, Einat. So it's an incomplete pass, 2nd down 10 from the 49-yard line. Moon tonight, Josh, has only completed 2 out of 6 passes.
And he throws a lot off his back foot and floats it a bunch too. That's not very good.
In the gun, back at the 50-yard line, back to pass. Here's a pass caught and dropped immediately. Pass is caught by Xander Hewlett, and it's dropped right away, but it'll be a short gain. The pass goes to the 43-yard line, and Hewlett gets that pass. Here's back to pass again. Long pass downfield, caught, first down, across the 25, across the 20, and a flag on the play. And the play goes down to the 16-yard line, but let's check out the laundry. Holding is the call against Buffalo. This one's coming back.
Yeah, but I think on that one it'll be a spot foul, so it'll still be enough for first down for the Bison.
Yeah, it will be. There's the...
On the offense.
It'll be 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Still going to result in a first down.
Okay, the foul was at the 20-yard line, so the penalty will be to the 30, and that is the third penalty against Buffalo. And so the pass is going to go to the 30 officially. So that'll be a 13-yard pass by Moon to Hewlett. And we have a whistle. And I'm not sure what that was for. John Scott is talking with the umpire on the far side. And I think he's complaining about something over there that the officials apparently did not see, or that John saw and they didn't. So we're going to go here. First down, 10 yards to go, 1:11 to go here until halftime. Buffalo would like to tie it or take the lead here. Hash mark near side. Patrick Moon in the gun. Goes back to pass. Fakes a pass. Now he takes off running. And there's a pass downfield. Incomplete over the head of the intended receiver down there. And that was Bell. So another incompleted pass, and it is 3rd and 10.
I'll give Moon some credit. He may have a little bit of an issue with some zip on his passes, but he does a great job in pocket presence and scooting up in the pocket, climbing that ladder, so to speak. You want to drop back and then scoot forward to find an opening to complete the pass.
Camino, and there's a handoff to Bell. Bell is caught and dropped down short, well short of the line of scrimmage. So the Tigers.
There's a flag, too.
Is there a flag?
Illegal shift against the Bison.
Okay, well, let's see if the Tigers accept this or decline it. The gain was only a couple of yards inside the 30, and they're going to decline it. John Scott just said, no, we don't want the penalty.
Illegal shift. 2 people in motion at the same time against the offense. 5-yard penalty. That's declined, though.
Yeah, it's declined. So it'll be 4th and 10 from 30. So here's a big play for both teams.
It's 3rd down.
Oh, 3rd down, I'm sorry. 58 seconds to go. In the gun is Patrick Moon. Moon standing. Takes 4 steps back, looking. Now he rolls off to his left side. He is almost caught. He gets away. Long pass downfield, out of bounds. Incomplete. Down at the 10-yard line. And that was intended that time for Xander Hewlett. So now it is 4th down and 10. 43 seconds to go.
Cuevapalo had the pressure there on the blind side of Moon. Moon saw him coming in. Again, he stepped forward in the pocket, was able to roll to his right, extend the play, try and get it downfield. Tigers did a good job on the scramble and staying with the receivers, who also have to change their direction. Big 4th down here for the Bison.
Twins on both sides. 4-step drop, pass down the middle of the field. It's intercepted by the Tigers inside the 5-yard line. And coming up with the ball that time is Jonah Brown. 2nd interception of the night by Moon. And the Tigers will have the ball with 40 seconds to go. They're marking it at the 3-yard line.
Jonah Brown with the big interception for the Tigers. They do have 2 timeouts. 40 seconds left. I would play it safe. You already have the lead. Let's see. Buffalo still has 1 timeout. So I think you'll see the Tigers run it. If they see coverage they like, they may audible it. If they got man-to-man coverage, single coverage, take a shot downfield. But I would guess that Coach Scott's going to play it safe and just run the ball, run the clock out.
They're in the victory formation as Stauffenberg just came from the sidelines after a chat. He just goes ahead, and Buffalo calls timeout with 35 seconds to go. And it'll be 2nd and 9. So Stauffenberg in the game is now up to 3 yards. Total rushing on 4 carries. And the Tigers have it now at the 4-yard line. And we have a timeout on the field.
Drive. wear your seatbelts, and keep all four wheels on the road.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. John Shade, your Lander Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why John Shade is a proud sponsor of Lander Tigers football on KFCW. For all of your investment needs, call John Shade at 335-7722 or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Stauffenberg comes into the huddle off a conference with Coach John Scott, and he just powers it straight ahead again. No more timeouts for Buffalo, so this could be the end of the first half of play, with Lander leading on our Tiger scoreboard by a score of 6-0. Playing it very conservative, just moving the ball up the field.
Yeah,
1 yard at a time.
One of the things you definitely don't want to do with the lead, there already has been one interception thrown. Of course, it was off of a tip pass, but still, one thing you don't want to do is do something to possibly give that lead up. And it looks like that will be the end of the first half. So, after 2 quarters of play, Tigers ahead of the Bison, 6-0. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with your halftime stats and more here on 93.1 KFCW, as well as on YouTube on WYO Today and KFCW Facebook page.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
Welcome to my kitchen.
Mama's Kitchen in Lander is ready to wow you with their home-style fixins. Visit the coffee corner and don't forget to try Mama's biscuits, made just the way her mama made them. And the mama before that. With local and specialty ingredients making up their cuisine, it'll be the place you can't get enough of.
And just simple, tastes good, delicious, keep me ready for the day.
Down to earth, and yes, I would definitely come back.
Home cooking like you've never tasted before. 260 Grandview Drive in Lander.
Come on down to Grandma's.
The team at Lander Dental provides a wide range of services, including preventive, cosmetic, restorative, and reconstructive dentistry in a caring, comfortable setting. Lander Dental Group, 799 South 2nd Street in Lander.
It's Physical Therapy Month.
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 It's Physical Therapy Month. October is National Physical Therapy Month, and here at Teton Therapy, we are celebrating all month long. In our Lander and Riverton clinics, we're hosting special events, celebrations, and great giveaways for our patients, past, present, and future. Check us out at Teton Therapy PC on Facebook for more details.
Whatever. I like April better.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
I'm Bo Clark, coach of the University of Wyoming rodeo team, reminding you that putting on a seatbelt doesn't take 8 seconds and it can save your life.
Go Pokes, buckle up.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
Ever wonder why so many babies are delivered at Hot Springs Health in Thermopolis? Could it be the exceptional prenatal care offered by our providers? Or our convenient family practice clinics located in Thermopolis, Worland, Basin, Shoshone, and Riverton? Maybe it's our new OB suites with large jetted tub, or maybe it's the place where you know you can find all of this and more.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Okay, what you're seeing on your video right now are the senior football players for the Buffalo Bison. It is senior night here, and we have a bunch of seniors. There were 9 senior football players just introduced. Now
there's only 6.
Oh, there's only 6. I'm sorry.
Lander has 9.
Lander has 9. Well, you know, I was right somewhere. So here we go with the volleyball team now, and let's take a look at some scores or stats rather from the Tigers here in the first half. Lander is leading 6-0 on our Tiger scoreboard. Lander has 33 yards rushing. Stauffenberg has been 8 of 18 in the passing department for 55 yards. We've had 8 return yards for a total first half offense of 96 yards. In the rushing department, Buffalo has been held to only 13 yards. In the passing department, Moon is 3 of 9 for 40 yards, so that's a total of 53 yards total offense. Lander almost 100 yards, almost doubling up Buffalo with 43. Individually, Jace Leclerc has 13 carries for 29 yards for the Tigers. Brennan Stauffenberg, 5 carries for 4 yards. That's it. Those are the only 2 players who have rushed for the Tigers. Stauffenberg, as I mentioned, was 8 for 18 for 55 yards. He had 1 interception in the first half. Tesso Guena had 2 receptions for 15 yards. Harris had 3 receptions for 9 yards. And Kovapalo had 2 receptions for 15. And Brown, 7 yards in receivings. Guena had 8 yards return yardage. So that's the total 96 yards of offense in the first half for the Tigers.
Who got the receiving touchdown?
What's that?
Who got the receiving touchdown?
That was, I can look at it right here because I have it. It was, no, it wasn't Gwena. It was Harris.
Harris, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I have a real deep urge to call him Marco Harris.
No, it's Gabe Harris.
It's Gabe Harris, not Marco. Marco was in the Steelers organization. So yeah.
Tigers had 36 plays on offense in the first half.
Yep.
That is, in high school, that's a lot of plays.
That's a lot of plays.
Unfortunately, there was only one that went in for a score.
Yeah.
Hopefully they can change that in the second half.
Well, they seem to have the number. Camino, the number one rusher for Buffalo, had 8 carries for 6 yards. Wonka had 3 carries for 8 yards. And Moon, the quarterback, had 2 carries. He was sacked, and he has -1 yards. And Moon in the passing department completed 3 of 9 passes for 40 yards. The receivers were Bell for 20, Wonka for 7, and Hewlett for 13. They didn't have any return yardage in the first half. So it's a nice chilly night here in Buffalo, but the Tigers' defense has been warming up. The offense did have that 1 turnover, and that kind of stymied a drive when they were down in the red zone. But other than that, Tigers have been doing well in this game. They need to score more points, though. Tigers need to win this game by at least 10 to be in better position for the state playoffs. And I know Buffalo is thinking about that too, and they don't want to, because then they would slip a little bit in the playoff seeding. So I think our second half is going to be a good one, Josh.
Most definitely. And what you're talking about, that Tiger defense staying warm, they have 6 straight quarters of shutout defense. They shut out the Rollins Outlaws last week. Final score is 30-0. And so far, first half of this game, shutting out the Buffalo Bison. One of the weak points that the Tigers had in the front half of the season. And now they're getting hot right when they need to be. Last couple weeks going into the playoffs, keeping that drive going, keeping the opposing offense from scoring. I mean, no matter what level you're in, Pee-wee, high school, college, pros, 6 straight quarters of shutout defense is phenomenal.
Yeah, that's great. And, of course, you've got to give the credit to the coaching staff. They did a great job. Matisse Weaver is out, and Dollard was out with injuries, as you heard in the pregame show. So 2 starters out for the Tigers. But so far, Buffalo has had the number of Jace Leclerc. He hasn't been gaining the kind of yardage he had in Rollins. Of course, 2 different teams, too. Buffalo is a lot stronger than the Rollins Outlaws. And the senior day is still happening down the field as the kids are being introduced from the different programs. I was talking with Sandy Moon before the game. She's the head cross-country coach of the Buffalo Bison. And Sandy was telling me that she sent her team to Ethery. They're in Lander tonight for the big state cross-country meet tomorrow. And she couldn't go with them because her son is a senior, Patrick Moon, the quarterback. And so she said she could not miss senior night. And so
she may be following us home.
She could be. Yeah, she's going to head out after the game and head to Lander. So they've got accommodations there in the Apple Valley. Well, it looks like we've got about 4 more parents to go, and that'll be the end of senior day. So let's take a moment here on KVOW. No, we're not on the KVOW, or KFCW.
KFCW.
Yeah, all right. We'll be back after this.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
Is your resolution this year to be healthier? You may have made a commitment to improve your physical health, but don't forget about your financial health. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union is listed as one of the healthiest credit unions in the U.S., and we are the healthiest credit union in Wyoming, according to depositaccounts.com. Don't risk having your accounts anywhere else. Become a member today and accomplish your first resolution by becoming healthier. Financially speaking, that is. Federally insured by NCUA. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
Welcome back to a brisk Buffalo, Wyoming, as we're still at halftime here. Tigers lead the Buffalo Bison. I almost said the Buffalo Bills. That's the NFL team. Buffalo Bison, 6-0 at halftime. Talking about the playoff seeding and all the different scenarios. A big one for the Tigers. Like we mentioned before, they need to win this game by 10 points or better. And the other half of that is the Douglas Bearcats need to beat the Worland Warriors in order for the Tigers to claim that number 2 seed and play the quarterfinal game at home in Lander. We'll look at the out-of-town scoreboard. We'll start in Class 3A. Number 2 Jackson is at number 1 Cody. In the fourth quarter, Jackson is leading 15-13. The game we're most interested in, number 4 Douglas at Worland. There is no score reported in that one at the first half. Number 5 Powell is over cross state in Evanston. Talk about a long road trip.
Yeah.
That one at halftime, number 5 Powell was blanking Evanston 29-0. And in the second quarter, two teams looking to get their first wins on the season. The Riverton Wolverines and the Rawlins Outlaws. Riverton is beating Rawlins 20-0 in the second quarter. I'm sure Cody and Jason are happy about that one over our broadcast partners over doing the Riverton broadcast. And in the second quarter, number 3 Star Valley is beating Green River 31-0. Class 2A, we'll go over some local scores in the county. At halftime, Thermopolis is beating Pinedale 28-0. Have Big Piney and Kemmer tied at 20 at halftime. And another one, Newcastle is beating number 4 Wheatland 28-22 in the second quarter. Class 1A 9-man got Lusk beating Saratoga 40-6. Number 1 Pine Bluffs beating Moorcroft 14-0. And it looks like Class 1A 6-man tomorrow, Saturday, 2 p.m. The game's playing intensely. Number 5 Dubois versus number 4 Hewlett. And from the previous games that Cody mentioned, the pregame show, a makeup game it looks like on Tuesday. Big Piney and Thermopolis. Big Piney beats Thermopolis 27-6, which gives the Big Piney Punchers clinching a playoff berth with that victory. On Thursday, Lyman beat Mountain View. Lyman Eagles win their second straight Bridger Valley Bowl, 40-7. And number 3 Rocky Mountain beat St. Stephen's 80-0. And the classic Wind River Wyoming Indian matchup. Number 5 Wind River beating Wyoming Indian 54-0. And number 2 Shoshone beat Riverside 46-12. So we got about 2.5 minutes left here at halftime. We'll go ahead and take another quick break, and we'll be back with your keys to the second half, and we'll get the second half started between the Bison and the Tigers. Stay tuned here at 93.1 KFCW.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
Prices are going up all over. Food prices, fuel prices, tires, oils, you name it. But there's one thing that hasn't gone up. WRTA bus lines will still get you where you need to go in Fremont County for the same low price they've always had. Just $1 one way. How can you beat that? See WRTAbuslines.com for the new fall route schedule. Save hundreds of dollars every month and use the WRTA to travel to and from the Riverton Airport. See WRTAbuslines.com for details. And remember, don't drink and drive, wear your seatbelts, and keep all four wheels on the road.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. John Shade, your Lander Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why John Shade is a proud sponsor of Lander Tigers football on KFCW. For all of your investment needs, call John Shade at 335-7722 or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Back again at the Mike Moon Field here in Buffalo. Forgot where I was at for a second.
Boy, you think we're playing basketball instead of football. You're trying to say a Pittsburgh Steelers player instead of this guy. And I think we're in Douglas. No, that's two completely different sides of the state.
Different sides of the state, yeah.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm cold.
Do I need to be concerned?
Josh was just talking to me off microphone about how far it is from the locker rooms to the football field. And I was just doing some eye-to-eye measurement, and I think the football field, Josh, is closer to I-25 than the locker room is to the football field, because we're right just west of I-25 here. There's an interchange just down where that big white sign is, and it's a lot longer, I think, to the locker room.
Yeah, it's, it's pretty close. Plus, you play one half of football and then go to your locker room, you got to go up like a 300-foot hill.
Yeah.
So, that always helps too. So it's just, a little bit different organization there for the Bison. Luckily, the bathrooms aren't up the hill as well.
Yeah, they're just down to our left here. It's a brand new high school from the last 10 years here in Buffalo, and they built it on a hill, which is overlooking the football field. And as Josh said, it's quite a hike. It's easier coming to the field than it is going back to the high school.
Definitely, most definitely.
Okay, we're getting ready for the second half. We've got a minute and a half to go. The Tigers, who took the ball in the first half, will now kick the ball to Buffalo. The only scoring in the game has been Lander, and that was in the first quarter on the Tigers' first drive at the 9:02 mark, a 33-yard pass from Stauffenberg to Harris. It was 7 plays, 67 yards, and that's where we are right now, 6-0. The Lander Tigers with the lead on our Tiger scoreboard.
And that was clear back with 9 minutes left in the first quarter. That was the first possession of the game.
Yeah, and it's exceptionally long halftime because we had all the senior players introduced from 4 different sports. We had wrestlers out there, we had volleyball players, we had swimmers, and, of course, the football players.
And speaking of seniors, those of you in Lander, in and around the area, if you don't have plans tomorrow afternoon, I believe somewhere around 2, 3 o'clock, the volleyball girls have their last home match of the season. They had their senior night last night. They were able to beat Riverton in 3 sets to bring the traveling trophy home. So football team brought it home, and volleyball brought it home as well. The travel trophy series between Lander and Riverton. And back to our game, talk about keys the second half. The defense for Tigers, I mean, you can't really say anything that they've done wrong. They played 6 straight shutout quarters of good defensive football. They've done a really good job of keeping Moon under wraps. He has been able to squirt free a couple times. They have produced 2 turnovers. And for the offense, whatever they were doing in that first possession, of the game. They need to try and find that magic back to drive down the field and get some more points on the board to help improve their playoff seeding.
Blake Bell and Michael Inhout are back deep to receive the kickoff from the Tigers' Cove Apollo. There's the boot, and it's an end over end. It's going to come down at the 15-yard line, and it's picked up there by Inhoff, and he breaks a good run up to about the 40-yard line. Really nice return that time of 26 yards by the Buffalo Bison, and that was a low kick too, and it didn't allow the Tiger defenders to get down there fast enough.
There's
and
laundry on the field as well, so this one might be coming back a little bit.
Oh, good. I didn't see that. Where's the laundry at?
They threw it right towards the end.
No.
We have a holding on the receiving team. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. First and 10 Buffalo.
Yeah, it looked like it happened right when everybody was starting to come down on the returner, because they threw it right towards the end where the ball actually came to rest around the 40. So it looks like they will mark it back from the 41. So Bison will have first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Okay, so the Bison come out. Moon is the quarterback, and he has one man in motion. Misdirection on the handoff, gets about 4 yards up to the 35-yard line, and carrying the football that time. Let's see, he didn't turn around.
Number 30.
Oh, it was number 30. Okay, so that's a new ball carrier for Buffalo, and that would be, I don't have a number 30 on the roster. So
Must have been 33.
33, okay. That would have been Bryce Camino. B. Camino. And that was good for 4 yards. And now here's the next play, pass, and it is, they're calling it a catch right at the first down marker, and running down to make that catch was Blake Bell. That was really close to hitting the ground.
Yeah, well, I didn't get eyes on it in time with the camera to see if he trapped it or if he was able to catch it, of course, with his back to us and to the side judge. It's one of those where high school football doesn't have instant replay, so whatever they call in the field goes.
Okay, here's another pass, or a handoff. It goes for about 3 yards. Carrying the football that time is the younger Moon.
Charles Wonka.
Charles Wonka, yeah, 34, Wonka. And he gets 3 yards on the play. Now I know what your hand signals mean.
That's the number, 34.
That's the number, okay. Second down for the Bison. Football smack dab in the middle of the field. Play just underway in the second half. Offset eye, one man in motion. Back to pass is Moon, and he is caught and sacked behind the line of scrimmage. Great defensive pursuit. Jace LeClaire was there. Cody Cunningham was there. Cove Apollo was there. And it's a loss, and they're going to mark it back at the 41.
That looked like a train wreck from the beginning. I wasn't quite sure who was supposed to be doing what. Moon had the ball, and he saw 3 Tigers coming after him, and he's like, where do I go with this? But luckily, he held on to it, didn't fumble it. It'd be 3rd and 11 for the Bison.
And there's a pass over on the far side to Imhoff. Imhoff has got some running room, but he's collared and still on his feet. Fumble, and the Tigers have recovered. Inside the 50-yard line, Lander gets the second turnover of the game. And that's going to be marked at the 48-yard line, 47-yard line. So Lander gets the turnover.
Third turnover.
Third turnover of the game.
Yep.
And it will be 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line. So Tigers in great shape here. Hash mark far side.
Yeah, it looked like Milo Inhout was trying to, for second effort, trying to get some extra yardage, get the first down. I think it was Harris that wrapped him up and punched the ball out. Tigers recovered it right in front of their bench.
Under center, Stauffenberg. Cove Apollo moves to the tight end on the left side. 2 receivers on the near side. Here's a handoff by Jace LeClaire. LeClaire powers his way across the 40 down to the 39-yard line, a yard short of the first down.
LeClaire did a good job there. He saw the edge rush coming from the Bison. He kept the ball in tight so he didn't have the possibility of the ball being stripped as he went around the edge there to get the perimeter and turn the corner. Good gain, 2nd and short for the Tigers.
Harris and Gwynna on the right side. LeClaire in the backfield. And we have offsides. And is that going to be Lander or
was he drawn offside?
Offside?
Encroachment
Yep.
on the defense.
There you go.
A 5-yard penalty results.
Okay, first down for the Tigers on the penalty. And I think we should mention tonight, I hate to do this, but that is a 5-yard penalty. They have 25 yards in penalties. Tigers haven't been penalized yet.
Well, you just jinxed them.
I know, I shouldn't have said that.
Broadcaster jinx.
Down at the 34-yard line. Here's Jace LeClaire. Jace makes it back to the line of scrimmage on a jet sweep to the right side. Maybe a yard on the play. Yeah, they're going to give him a yard. So LeClaire now has 15 carries and 38 yards for the Tigers.
Bison did a good job that time on the far side, setting the edge so LeClaire could not bounce it out and get to the perimeter and turn the corner again like he did on the previous rush. So it'll be 2nd and 9 for the Tigers.
In the gun is Stauffenberg. Handoff to LeClaire. He cuts to the left-hand side. He's got a block. He breaks one. He breaks none. And there's another big flag on the play after a big hit by the Tigers.
Oh, that was a great block by Harris, but I think they're going to get him for the blindside block, unfortunately.
I believe that's what the case is going to be. He's chatting with the official right now. Here comes the call from the umpire.
Legal blindside block on the offense. 15 yards from the spot. Repeat 2nd down.
Well, that'll kill that nice run by LeClaire. And the penalty is going to go back to the 44-yard line.
See, about
41-yard line.
About 5-10 years ago, that would have been a clean legal block, and everybody on the sideline would be jumping up and down. But with the emphasis on...
Oh, there they go. See, they can't figure out where the penalty goes. I'm sorry, Josh, to interrupt you, but they have marked it at the 45-yard line, and I did jinx them, didn't I?
Yeah.
First penalty, 15 yards.
You know, that good thought there by Harris. Unfortunately, it just the wrong side on the player.
Pass downfield is intercepted at the 33-yard line. He's got a path to the end zone and is stopped at the 40-yard line. He breaks away again inside the 35-yard line on that soft pass by Stauffenberg.
Yeah, he's just sitting there in zone coverage. He had a receiver on the wheel route, and the defender for the Bison was just sitting there waiting for it. Looks like it's number 2 for the Bison. Michael, yeah. We've said his name a lot this game. He's definitely been the workhorse for the Bison, getting the big interception. I saw what Stauffenberg was doing. He had his far side receiver on the wheel route. Unfortunately, he didn't see Inhot sitting there in coverage, and it basically went right to him, sitting there, safety position, corner position, sitting there in center field waiting to catch the ball. And good return. Buffalo has it, Tigers side of the 50, almost near the edge of the red zone.
41-yard return by Inhat that time. And there's the handoff, goes to the first man through, and that's Camino, and he doesn't get much. Tripped up at the line.
Yeah, Cleveland Powell was able to get through there to get just enough of the shoelaces there to trip him up for no gain or a short gain, be less than a yard. See if the Tigers can pick up their offense again and hold Buffalo scoreless after the big turnover thrown by Stauffenberg.
7:30 to go here in period 3. Tigers lead by 6-0. Under center is Moon. He takes off running. He breaks one tackle, but he's caught. And that was Cabriello that got him, and also Carlito Gonzalez on the tackle. Gain is down to the 30-yard line, so it's a 3-yard gain that time by Camino.
I know this is cheesy and corny, but I'm going to say it anyway. We're at Nick Moon Field. Jackson Moon is a senior quarterback, and the Moon has now risen behind I-25.
Oh, yeah, it's about 96% of full, it looks like.
See if the Moon powers will help the Bison.
Okay, here we go. Pass on the near side is caught by Bell. Bell breaks away from one, gets close to the first down. It's going to be really, really close. He needed the line to gain was the 25, and it looks like just past the 25, and it looks like he's short by about a yard.
I think Bell was afraid of getting. I'm going to say it 2 times in a row. Bell was afraid of getting his bell rung.
Yes.
By seeing that blindside block by Gabe Harris, he saw that that's who was in front of me. He's like, nope, I'm going to give up. I'm going to sit down right here.
Yep. Okay, so Bell has 3 catches, 35 yards. Moon in the gun, or under center rather. He rolls, he's got some first down yardage. That was just a nice little jet sweep off to the right side that caught the Tigers napping. First down, Buffalo.
Yeah, just a play action rollout. He didn't see anybody downfield. I'm not sure if it was a read option keeper from the quarterback from the get-go, or if he had the rollout and saw there was nobody there, just decided to take it for himself. Bison have it 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
First down. There's a fumble on the play, but I think Moon got the ball right back. He dove right back on it, so that'll be a loss on the play. They're going to mark it back at the 20. What line is that? That's the 24, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a loss. And Moon will take 2 yards back and come at it now with 2nd down.
2nd or 3rd snap for the Bison. That's gone Array.
Under center. Back to pass. Long pass downfield is incomplete. Way overthrow, and a flag comes down after the play. And they're going to call the Tigers, Jonah Brown, with a pass interference unless it's offensive. Gwinnett can't believe it. Neither can Cove Apollo down there. They've got their hands on their helmets.
Yeah, that pass was way, way, way too far. Not able to be caught.
Yeah, that was way off. It was 5 or 6 yards off.
Yeah, that's an uncatchable ball.
Let's see what the call is.
Pass interference. Defense. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
Okay, well, here we go. The Bison benefit from the pass interference penalty, and half the distance to the goal is going to put the ball at the 10-yard line. So on the penalty, a 13-yard penalty against the Tigers goes down to the 10-yard line, and it will be a 1st and 10. It's not a 1st and goal. Okay, Bison knocking on the door. Really high pitch that time, and the Buffalo Bison runner, boy, he's broken 2 tackles there, and he finally gets down, and let's see, who is that? I didn't catch his number, Josh. It looks like, that was the quarterback. He kept it. That was Moon. And so he goes from the 10 to the, where are they marking it?
They're still at the 10.
Oh, they're still at the 10. So no gain on that play. It was hard to tell where he was at. Okay, we have to stand up and look at this one. On the near side, knocking on the door. Moon back to pass, throws in the end zone, touchdown! No, just short. Just short. And catching that ball that time was Gage Hordeski. Hordeski's, that's his first catch, and it goes for 8 yards, and they're knocking on the door at the 2. Well, that INT has the Bison 2 yards away from tying the game.
Tiger defense needs to come in with a big stop here, force a 4th down.
Under center, there's the handoff, straight ahead, and touchdown. Touchdown for, let me see, I'm trying to get his number here. Oh, that was Camino. Touchdown for Camino. So that is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 play drive. And it's a short. Here's the kick now. Attempting the kick is Xander Hewlett to take the lead. The kick is up. Oh, it's way off the mark. No good. And it was tipped.
Yep.
It was blocked. So we have a tie score now. Buffalo 6 and Lander 6. Back after this.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
Hi, Memo.
7 plays, 34 yards on that touchdown drive after the interception. And the Tigers will now get the ball. Going deep for the Tigers is Tisso Gwinna. Also back there is Brown. And we also have Harris back there. And getting ready to kick the ball off. You don't think that they would do some kind of a funny thing like an onside, would you?
No.
No. Kicking the ball off is Caden Boyce. At the 40. High end over ender. And it's going down to Brown. Brown at the 20-yard line. Tries to make the cut. He does. There's one man to beat. He's collared and is rattled out of bounds. About the 37, 38-yard line. Nice return on that play by Jonah Brown.
Yeah, it was a short end over end kick. Brown was able to get it. His upmen did a great job of staying in their lane and developing a good set to get him out on the perimeter. He was able to make the corner. Had just a couple men to miss. The first guy was able to slow him up enough for his teammate to come in and wrap him up and put him down at the 40-yard line in front of the Tiger bench. Tigers need to answer after that interception. Go drive down the field and get some points on the board to close out third quarter.
Okay, Brown and Gwinna split out to the left. Harris is on the right side. The give goes straight up the gut. Good gain on the play. It's going to go about 5 or 6 yards. We're going to call it 6 yards. And
Larvey.
That was, and he's limping off the field.
It looks like his ankle might have got tweaked a little bit as he went down.
Nice play by Larvey. We're going to give him 7 yards. That's his first carry of the game tonight. In the shotgun, here goes Jace Leclerc. Jace breaks out across the 50, down to the 45, down to the 40-yard line, and it's going to be a first down for Lander Valley. And on that last play, the Tigers cross midfield, and AARP Wyoming wants to remind you good things happen after 50. To see what's going on for folks over 50 in Wyoming, check out the AARP Facebook page.
I should be trying to keep track of how many broken tackles that Leclerc has, because I think he had 4 on that one. He probably has at least a dozen so far in the game.
20-yard carry. Here's a pass over to Gwinna. Or no, that's Harris. Harris gets it for a first down to the 25.
Well, with that previous low pass, that was called a completion for the Bison. Tigers had the same thing. I wasn't sure if Harris was going to be able to get that one before it hit the turf. They didn't blow the play dead. Good little screen pass. Tigers are driving. They got it inside the Buffalo 30-yard line to the 25, first and 10 as time runs down here in the third quarter.
2:40 to go, first and 10 for the Tigers. Knocking on the door down here. Here's Stauffenberg. Launches a pass in the corner, in the end zone, and it's incomplete. It was intended for Gwinna, and he wasn't able to get his hands on it. It went out of bounds.
That was Gabe Harris.
Was that Gabe, 23?
Yep. 27.
Oh, 27.
Good
My
coverage.
apologies for the second time tonight.
That was a good coverage there by Cohen Gossard for the Bison. Looks like they Stauffenberg saw that Harris had the one-on-one matchup. Tried to put it up there for him. Good air to it. I like that good rainbow ball. just outside of the reach of Harris.
Harris now split out wide to the right side. Handoff is faked. With it is Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg's got some running room. He's inside the 15-yard line down to the 12. Nice carry by Stauffenberg. First down, Tigers.
Stauffenberg doing pretty much the same thing that Moon did as they got down in the red zone. Just a play-action rollout. He boots out to his left. He saw that there was a big running lane open. You saw him point in front of him, directing his receivers to pick up the blocks. Good gain, 1st and 10 for the Tigers. They're in the red zone inside the Buffalo 15-yard line.
They're at the 14. Here is the play. And the handoff goes to Leclerc. Leclerc finds his way down inside the 5-yard line before he's wrestled to the ground, and they're going to mark him at the 4.
And there's about 3 more broken tackles there for Jace Leclerc. He is just pounding the Bison down to the turf in this game. They kind of kept him under wraps in the first half, but there towards the end of the second quarter, he was able to find his groove, and it's continued here in the third quarter as this will make it 2nd and 2 from the 4-yard line.
Minute and 50 seconds to go here. Third period of play under center. Stauffenberg, he hands it off to Harris. Harris has got the first down and close to the goal line. Big scrum down there, and they're going to mark him down at the
just inside the 2.
Yeah, just inside the 2. So that carry goes 2 yards for Harris. He has 6 yards in the game now in rushing, and it's at the 2-yard line. 1st and goal for the Tigers at the 2. Stauffenberg under center. Full house look in the backfield. Handoff is blown dead as we have a penalty.
Encroachment.
Oh,
no.
Oh, it's a false start. Boy, these penalties really are hurting the Tigers. So that is the 3rd penalty against Lander, and it goes now from the 2 to the 7 on the penalty.
And the 3rd penalty since you said they had no penalties.
Yeah, I know. I'll never do that again.
Yeah. I'm telling Coach Scott after.
You're going to tell. No, you're. Well, it's that broadcaster's curse sometimes. You call attention to something, and then, guess what?
Right after you say that. Yep.
Down to 1:08 to go here. 3rd period of play. Scores tied. Tigers are at the 7-yard line of Buffalo. They come up to the line of scrimmage. They've got that full house look in the backfield again. Under center, Stauffenberg pitched to Leclerc. Leclerc into the end zone. Touchdown, Lander Tigers, and Lander retakes the lead.
That was just a great run. Full house backfield. You send your up man out and on the way. You pull your guard to set the edge to get him out to the perimeter. Leclerc makes a good decision with his cutback. 1 step, hard cut, puts it in the end zone. Tigers take the lead. It looks like they're going to line up for the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, their last PAT on their first touchdown way back in the first period was blocked. So they're going to try to go for 2 here.
I like the play. Force the hand of the Bison to then also have to make a 2-point conversion if they score.
Full house look again. Stauffenberg rolls out in the end zone, and it is good. Caught. For the 2-point conversion, and was that Kovapalo?
I think so, yep.
I think it was Kovapalo who caught that, and the 2-point conversion pass to Kovapalo. And the Tigers regain the lead. Lander 14, Buffalo 6 on our Tiger scoreboard.
Mama's Kitchen in Lander is ready to wow you with their home-style fixins. Visit the coffee corner and don't forget to try Mama's biscuits, made just the way her Mama made them. And the Mama before that. With local and specialty ingredients making up their cuisine, it'll be the place you can't get enough of.
And just simple, tastes good, delicious, get me all ready for the day.
Down to earth, and yes, I would definitely come back.
Home cooking like you've never tasted before. 260 Grandview Drive in Lander.
Come on down to Grandma's.
Wrong button. My bad. Welcome back to Buffalo, Wyoming, as the Tigers drive down the field with a key score coming back after Buffalo was able to take advantage of the interception and put points on the board. Tigers have forced 3 turnovers, but unfortunately have not been able to turn those turnovers into points on the board, which the Bison did, breaking that 6 straight shutout streak for the Tiger defense. Offense picks up the defense this time, goes down the score, regains the lead.
Inett on the near side at the 5. Bell on the far side, also about the 5. Here's the kick by Covapalo, and it's going to bounce out of bounds, and that'll be a penalty. And the Bison will get the ball with, 35?
I believe so.
Yeah, at the 35. So that's where Buffalo will take over, 1st and 10 on that kick out of bounds. Of course, you know, we told you in the
35-yard line. 1st and 10 Buffalo.
In the pregame show that Matisse Weaver is out for the season with an injury. So we go to the 35-yard line now. Lander leading 14-6. They've got trips to the right side. Moon looks into his coach, calls the play. There's the handoff to Camino. Camino ahead for 4 yards, 5 yards before he's wrestled to the ground. Nice run by Camino.
And a good form tackle there. I believe that was Cabriales, Ernesto, getting the tackle there for the Tigers. He met Camino straight up, was able to keep him wrapped up, and wasn't trying to do the arm tackle. He brought him full force and kept him right where he was at.
Single receivers on each side. Under center is Moon. Moon has the handoff. Goes on the near side to Wonka. Wonka knocked out of bounds short of the first down. Well, let's see where they're going to mark it. Yeah, he's short of the first down. The line to gain was the 45, and he's at the 44.
Good initial pressure there from Jace LeClaire, trying to keep him contained on the inside, setting the edge. He did initially get him there to force him backwards. After the stiff arm, Wonka was able to pick up speed, get around the corner, be 3rd and less than a yard for the Bison Tiger defense. He can step up.
Oh, and there's a snap over his head. Moon rushing back. There's a fight for the for the football. I don't know why I keep saying basketball. That's the end of the 3rd period of play, and a huge loss by Buffalo all the way back to the 25-yard line. Wow, that's a huge loss of, what have we got, 15 yards? Yeah.
Close to 20.
Yeah. Wow.
Close to 20 yards. Yeah, just another one. Just a bad snap by the center. That's about the 3rd or 4th one that's gone over Moon's head. There's been a couple times where he's been able to jump up and catch him on the on the draw plays, and that were resulted in tackles for loss as well. And this one was about 4 feet over his head.
Yeah, this really hurts for Buffalo.
Definitely.
So we've got 12 minutes to go, Josh. The Tigers lead by 8. They need to win this game by 10 for a chance at 2nd place. So, you know, there is drama on the field here at Mike Moon Field in Buffalo.
And with Weaver out, there goes your starting kicker.
Yep.
Neither team has had a field goal attempt. Neither team has converted their PAT attempt. Both of them were blocked. I really hope the Tigers can just take this ball downfield just like they did the last possession. Be smart about it. Possession game, drive down the field, score. You know that's got to be in the back of their head. I know there's been times where they've played it safe, but you want to have that playoff game at home.
Here's the 4th and 20. Emerson back to kick. Oh, almost another high step. He gets it away. It's really, really high. Fair catch called for by Gwynna at the 43. So that's going to put the Tigers in really good field position at the 43-yard line in Lander territory with 11:55 to go here in the contest, and the Tigers leading 14-6.
That was almost a disaster for the Bison. Back-to-back high snaps. Luckily, the punter was able to reach up there and grab it and kick it away. Had that one gone over his head and he recovered it in the end zone, there would have been the 10 points for the Tigers with the safety.
Yep.
He was able to climb the ladder, catch it, Now the Tigers looking to drive down the field and put some more points on the board here in the fourth quarter.
Stauffenberg goes under center, receivers on each side, handoff to Jace LeClaire, and he's caught behind the line of scrimmage, and there will be a loss back to the 41.
Yeah, he wasn't getting away that time. The tallest player on the Bison, I believe, that is Eli Patterson. We've seen him in the backfield quite a few times tonight. What is that, he's a sophomore. Wow.
Yeah, Patterson, good player.
He's definitely going to be a force to reckon with there for the next couple of years here for the Bison. They did see the senior nights, but this Buffalo Bison team can be one to look out for next year. They got a lot of kids coming back.
Second down, along 11 to go. Under center is Stauffenberg. Another handoff to LeClaire. LeClaire finds some running room. He breaks one tackle. He breaks another. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. At the 10-yard line. Huge run by Jace LeClaire, and the Tigers are inside the 10.
Yeah, there's LeClaire. He got beat on that last one. Couldn't break away out of the backfield. This time he broke a huge run for the Tigers all the way down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line, as there's going to be a stoppage. Looks like Buffalo will take a timeout. We'll go ahead and take it with them. We'll be back with more football here on 93.1 KFCW and on YouTube on the WYO Today YouTube page.
The team at Lander Dental provides a wide range of services, including preventive, cosmetic, restorative, and reconstructive dentistry in a caring, comfortable setting. Lander Dental Group, 799 South 2nd Street in Lander.
It's Physical Therapy Month.
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 It's Physical Therapy Month. October is National Physical Therapy Month, and here at Teton Therapy, we are celebrating all month long. In our Lander and Riverton clinics, we're hosting special events, celebrations, and great giveaways for our patients, past, present, and future. Check us out at Teton Therapy PC on Facebook for more details.
Whatever. I like Avery better.
Okay, the Tigers on that 51-yard run by Jace LeClaire are in business at the Buffalo 8-yard line. 11 minutes, 4 seconds to go in the game. Tigers lead by 8, 14-6, and they need a score here.
They need to score. Field goal is what you need. Touchdown would be even better. Make it a 2-score game.
Okay, Stauffenberg under center in the I formation at the 8-yard line. Handoff goes straight up the middle to Larvey, and Larvey gets to the 5-yard line. 3-yard gain by Larvey.
Good sign seeing Larvey back in there. Looks like that when he limped off the field was just a little tweak on his ankle. He's able to go through. He met in the front level by the Bison for a short gain of 2 yards. Be second and goal from the 6.
And coming into the game now for the Tigers is Harris. It is second and goal at the just outside the 5-yard line. One man in the backfield. Under center is Stauffenberg. Calls the play. Handoff goes to LeClaire on the near side. He's tripped up at the 5. He spins around, still going down to the 2-yard line. Maybe the 1. Jace LeClaire, was that some kind of run? He just kept doing the 360 move. He's down at the 1-yard line. Tigers will have it third and goal.
I swear to goodness, he's got to have close to 20 broken tackles in this game. I don't know what it is with his frame, but all of a sudden, with Weaver going down, next man up mentality, Jace LeClaire has taken that and gone with it full force. Well over 100 yards in this game. At least 3 handfuls of broken tackles. Tigers looking to put it into the end zone for the score just outside the goal line.
122 yards. There's LeClaire for the carry and into the end zone. Tigers for 6. And the lead goes to 20-6 on our Tigers scoreboard with 9:37 left to go in the game.
Jace LeClaire with the carry, getting behind his lineman. They made a good little channel for him to go through, lean the football ahead across the goal line. His second touchdown of the game. Tigers now lead by 14, and with the previous woes of the PAT, I believe the Tigers are going to line up to go for 2.
Okay, Lander, their second score in a row. This comes at the 9:37 mark, and they're going to go for 2, and it was LeClaire from 1 yard. Okay, here's the 2-point conversion, and whistles, and we have a timeout. Tigers. Okay, Tigers are leading 20-6. Point after touchdown coming up after this.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Welcome back to Buffalo, Wyoming. Josh Henninger and Ernie over with you here on the call of the Tigers versus the Bison in the last regular season matchup of the 2021 campaign for Wyoming high school football. For the Tigers, they just drove down the field with a huge 51-yard scamper rush, bulldozing, whatever you want to call it, for Jace LeClaire, the key play, who then took it in the end zone 2 plays later. Getting a score update from Cody Beers over in Riverton. The Wolverines are ahead of the Outlaws 37-0, about halfway through the third quarter.
Stauffenberg comes up under center. Full house look in the backfield. Handoff goes to Harris.
No.
The pass. No, it was a pass. Touchdown. No, extra point flag.
Ooh.
I'm not sure what that was all about.
That looked like it was after the play. The pass was complete to Koivu. The score, the 2-point conversion was good, but I believe this is a dead ball foul.
And I think, they're waving it off.
Picking it up.
Okay, so the pass to Koivu, and and it was good. And we have 22, Lander 6, Buffalo.
And both of those times, I mean, I believe it was the same look, the same play on their first 2-point conversion. It was just a great play action. There's several people that didn't know who had the ball on defense for Buffalo. I thought for sure the up man had it as he was crouching, trying to get through the gaps there in the offensive line. And then I see Stauffenberg rolling to his left, and there's Koivu coming from his tight end spot, going across the field in a little drag route, just sitting in the back of the end zone all by himself. 2-point conversions, and Tigers are now ahead by 16.
5 plays, 57 yards on that LeClaire touchdown. And Koivu is getting ready, or no, that's not Koivu, is it? Yeah, Koivu getting ready to kick off from the 40-yard line. Tigers take the lead, 9:30 to go in the game. Here's the kick, and it's a long one, and it comes down, and it is at the 15-yard line, and there's going to be a return to the 26-yard line, and I believe that was number 2. That was Michael Inhat with the return for the Buffalo Bison. And so he's going to get 8 yards on that return. And the Bison will have it now. First down, 10 yards to go, and they mark it at the 27-yard line.
Look for the Bison to have real quick pace on this drive.
There's a pass fumbled, and they're going to call it an incomplete pass. Yeah, it was dropped by Camino.
It looked like it was forward on that pitch.
Yeah. It was a pitch, but it did come forward, so that's the correct call, an incomplete pass.
Luckily for them, because that would have been another tackle, another play in the backfield, another tackle for loss for the Tigers. I don't know what's going on with Moon. I don't know if his hands are getting cold or maybe the center's hands are getting cold as well. Same thing we saw last week with Rollins, but those snaps and receptions between the center and the quarterback are getting a little scary.
Twins out to the left. Back to pass. Moon, long pass downfield. It's caught. And it's going to go for 6. Touchdown to Moon. No, from Moon. and it goes to Bell. Moon to Bell for the score for Buffalo.
Well, I tell you what, they were down and out, and you needed a big answer. That's the best way to do it. Moon had the best protection I've seen all night. He sat there, and he saw Bell break out. He gets through the hole in the zone. Unfortunately, the safeties were not back far enough in the too deep zone. Bell gets behind him. Moon throws a gorgeous ball, by far his best ball thrown tonight. Long score for the Bison as they now line up for the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, 63-yard touchdown pass. 63-yard pass. Here's the point after. Nah, that's going nowhere. The Tigers have that one. And In-Hat is caught well behind the line. And the score now goes Lander 22 and Buffalo 12. That's the 10 points Lander needs to win by.
That was a big stop on the defense. It looked like it was going to be blown up from the get-go. They tried to set a little wide receiver screen on the far side. Tigers were in man defense. I didn't see who it was that was sitting back as a corner back there for the Tigers. He saw it, read it the whole way, made sure to wrap up the receiver, bring him down. That's the 10 points or more. Is what the Tigers need in order to get the possibility of that number 2 seed. They need Douglas to beat Worland as well. So, but as Coach Scott said, it's in their own hands. They're going to control what they can control and only worry about what they can control.
2 plays, 73-yard drive by Buffalo brings them 10 points closer to Lander. And now we'll have the kickoff, and the Bison kickoff guy is Caden Boyce. So Caden Boyce to kick off deep for Lander is Gwynna at the 5-yard line. Let's see what Buffalo does here.
They might do a squib kick. I wouldn't be surprised.
And no, it's a high end-over-ender, and it's going to come down to Brown. Brown at the 12-yard line. He gets past one tackle, past another, up to the 30-yard line. Jonah Brown on the carry for the Tigers. So Lander will take over now. First down and 10 yards to go at the 30-yard line in their own territory.
The big thing you want to do here is, yes, you want to go down and score again, but right now you want to play that 4-minute offense. You want to play good possession football. Quick screens, quick short passes, but mostly run. I mean, Jace LeClaire has probably trucked or broken a tackle from every single Bison defender. I'd just feed it to your hot hand, give him the ball, and have it drive down the field.
Okay, receivers out on the left side. Handoff goes to LeClaire. He's found a little bit of daylight close to the first down, about the 39-yard line, 38-yard line they're going to give him. 8-yard carry.
Jace LeClaire, he's a bigger guy, but he's also pretty stocky, showing 5'11", 160. He's got a little bit lower center of gravity, or at least it appears that way, because everybody that tries to tackle him low around his legs, they kind of just bounce off. And he's been just great the entire game. 22
carries, 131 yards unofficially, 2 touchdowns for LeClaire. Under center now is Stauffenberg. Back to LeClaire. LeClaire finds a hole, and there's a flag that comes out. Like that's usually a holding.
Yeah.
In that territory. He got the first down, got all the way to the 42-yard line, but let's wait for the call. Yeah, it's going to be against the Tigers. Holding against Lander.
The offense, 10 yards from the spot.
Okay, so they're going to move the ball back to the 34-yard line on the penalty. So that will be on the penalty. And it'll be second down Lander, and they need 7 yards for the first down. 8:19 to go in the game. Tigers need a 10-point lead at the end of the game to maybe get a home playoff game. In the gun, there's Stauffenberg. He cuts to his left side and gets close to the first down, but they're going to mark him short. Stauffenberg is going to be marked at the 39, and he needs the 40 was the yard to gain. So that is a 6-yard gain to the 39 for Stauffenberg.
And big thing, too, for Stauffenberg, doing a good job. He got around the perimeter, but he also stayed in bounds. So the clock is still rolling. We're about halfway through the fourth quarter now. That's just good situational awareness there by Stauffenberg. Get around the edge, go on the perimeter, but stay in bounds to keep that clock rolling.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Everyone's in tight for the Tigers. Handoff almost bobbled. There's Harris for the first down. He picks up on it 7 yards.
I tell you what, that's a good 1-2 punch there for the Tigers with Matisse Weaver out. You've got LeClaire, who has been the bruiser and the power back, and you got Harris, who's got that quick burst of speed. He just takes 2 steps, and he looks like he's already at top speed, finds the hole, hits it hard. Good 3rd down conversion for the Tigers. They're at 1st and 10, just about at midfield.
Yeah, he ran off right tackle that time. Clock at 7:06 and moving. And the Tigers taking all the time they want in the huddle here. They're running some clock. They need to win by at least 10 to have a chance to have a home playoff game. As Coach Scott said in the pregame, it's in their hands. Here's the handoff to LeClaire. LeClaire is caught at the line of scrimmage and maybe falls ahead for a yard.
Looks like it was Benjamin Camino who is on the defensive side of the ball on the run game this time. I think that's the first time that somebody has wrapped LeClaire or tried to tackle him down low that actually kept him from moving forward.
No gain on the play. 2nd down 10, 6:20 to go now as the time becomes very important for the Tigers. They'd like to keep this ball and run the clock out. Under center, Stauffenberg. 2 men in the backfield. There's the pitch. Goes to LeClaire. LeClaire finds a little bit of running room, gets across midfield, and is brought down at the 48-yard line. And on that last play, the Tigers crossed midfield, and AARP Wyoming wants to remind you good things happen after 50. To see what's going on for folks over 50 in Wyoming, check out AARP Wyoming's Facebook page. 3rd down now for the Tigers. They've got the ball at the 48-yard line. 3rd down, big 3rd down play for Lander. Here's the pitch to LeClaire on the left side. He's going to be knocked just short of the first down on that little jet sweep, and they caught him by the uniform and pulled him down just about a yard short of the first down, maybe 2 yards short.
Yeah, it looks like they had everybody pulled to go on that outside zone run. It was borderline horse collar, but it looks like it may have been more on the sleeve, just under the shoulder instead of up near the neck area. So it will be 4th and 2 from the 45-yard line.
Yeah, Tigers look like they're going to punt it away. Stauffenberg's back to punt.
Bison are playing the fake.
And whistle, and a timeout is called by the Tigers. So that will leave them with 1 timeout left in the game. 4 minutes, 34 seconds away. Lander leads by 10.
I'm Bo Clark, coach of the University of Wyoming rodeo team, reminding you that putting on a seatbelt doesn't take 8 seconds and it can save your life.
Go Pokes, buckle up!
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
Okay, here we go. 4:34 to go. Are the Tigers going to go for the first down? It looks like they are. Full house look in the backfield. Under center. The pitch comes on the near side. First down, Tigers. They'll keep the ball and keep the clock running. And that was Jace LeClaire who carried the football. And it went from the 45 down to the 40-yard line. So a 5-yard carry by LeClaire. And he now has 138 unofficial yards in the game.
Score update, Douglas is beating Worland 13-7 at halftime.
Wow. I think my phone just froze. Literally.
Oops.
No, it's not responding to anything now, so I'm going to have to stick it in my pocket and see if I can warm it up. Okay, hash mark on the near side. Stauffenberg under center, full house look. LeClaire gets the carry, and he pounds his way a couple of yards down to the 43-yard line.
37.
37.
Going the wrong way, Ernie.
And the clock moves at 3:44 to go in the game. Clock still running.
And thank goodness, too, because it's getting cold out here.
Oh, boy, is it ever. Yeah, I think my phone actually did freeze. It's so cold. Oh, it's the battery thing. Where is my, let me get my plug out down there here after this next play. We got 1% left on the phone. Under center. Handoff. Jace LeClaire. He's still going across the 35 down to the 34-yard line.
And it looks like there's going to be a timeout taken by the Bison as they try to conserve some clock. We'll go ahead and take it with them. 3:01 left here in the fourth quarter. Tigers up by 10.
Of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is the...
Okay, third down. The Tigers need a long 2 for the first down. Stauffenberg under center. 3 minutes to go in the game. Stauffenberg has the handoff to the second man through, and we've got a first down for the Tigers inside the 35-yard line. It's going to go down to the 28-yard line. And again, that was the second man through. And
Stauffenberg kept it.
That was Stauffenberg?
Yes.
Well, that was a good handoff for Stauffenberg. So he gets it down to the 29-yard line. Oh, he has 42 yards rushing now. Okay, we're at the 29. 28. 2:30 to go in the game. Clock is running. Tigers lead 22-12. Up to the line of scrimmage. He rushes up to the line, and we have a whistle, and we have a timeout Buffalo.
Nope, Lander.
Oh, I'm sorry, timeout Lander. That time, Josh, it looked like they were going to try to hurry and catch him off guard.
Yeah, I don't know if Buffalo is trying to get in a late substitution there or if they're just trying to change the pace, catch them on their heels. Not quite sure why you would hurry it up in that situation. It looked like there was still some time left. I didn't see the back judge with the 5-second countdown yet. But nonetheless, a lot of 2s up on the scoreboard. Tigers beating the Bison 22-12 with 2:22 left in the fourth quarter.
Deuces wild, yeah. 2:22 to go. Lander 22 and the Bison 12 on senior night here at Mike Moon Field in Buffalo. And there is no timeouts left now for the Bison. So if the Tigers get another first down, they can really start running the clock off.
I thought the umpire motioned that the Tigers took.
Oh, that's right.
Timeout.
Well, the Buffalo still doesn't have any timeouts according to the scoreboard.
Yeah. I don't think anybody has timeouts now.
There's the rush. It's LeClaire. LeClaire inside the 20-yard line, and he is close to another first down. And they're going to have Bison call a timeout now. The line of scrimmage is the 20-yard line, and they are short by a yard. So LeClaire on that carry goes 9 yards.
Okay, so it looked like the scoreboard was wrong. They took the timeout off for the Bison when it was the Tigers that took the timeout. So now, for sure,
okay,
neither team has a timeout left.
All right, we're down at the 20-yard line. No timeouts left on the game. 2:16 to go. A first down by the Tigers here will cinch the game. They needed to win by 10. They have a 10-point lead. 2:16 to go on senior night here in Buffalo.
Do you think they risk it and score again, or just go ahead and run the clock out?
Well, you know, point differential makes a difference in the tiebreakers.
It does.
So,
and it is right at 10 points. 10
yeah,
points
and so
more.
if the Tigers can get another score, that would very much help them in the postseason seeding. Under center.
Oh, they jumped.
Whistle,
They jumped.
and they jumped.
They jumped.
It'll be a first down for the Tigers.
Dead ball.
Yep.
Encroachment on the defense.
Yeah, Coach Mike Reagan just gave us 2 thumbs up. That's a penalty, and it'll give the Tigers a first down, and they can now run the clock pretty much out. But let's see if they decide to get another score here. It's down at the 15-yard line on the penalty. So it is first and 10 for the Tigers. 2:16 to go. Tigers have had the ball for a long time. Stauffenberg under center. Handoff goes straight up the middle to Larvey, and he gets maybe a yard. And the clock continues.
Looked like Stauffenberg was a little indecisive whether he wanted to give it to Larvey or not. As he went to give him the ball, he kept his hands in there for a while, acting like he wanted to pull it back. I saw Larvey turn just a little bit. Maybe Stauffenberg wanted to keep it that time, bounce it outside, but he just couldn't do it. Either way, looked like it was a loss of maybe a half a yard.
Yeah.
On that one, so still be 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 for the Tigers. Clock at 1:38. Under center, Stauffenberg. They've got that full house look in the backfield again. Stauffenberg hands off to Larvey. Larvey caught at the line of scrimmage and pushed back.
That was LeClaire.
Oh, I'm sorry, LeClaire. Yeah, I knew it. Number 9, yeah. So it's going to be what?
3rd and 10.
Yeah, no gain on the play. So LeClaire gets a 0 there. He has 151 yards unofficially. And the Tigers are watching the clock go down. 1 minute to go in the game. 1 minute to go. Tigers by 10. They needed to win by 10 to be in position for a second-place seed in a home playoff game. And it looks like they're going to get there. 3rd down and 10. They rush up to the line of scrimmage. Handoff to LeClaire, and we've got a motion penalty, I believe.
Somebody jumped.
Yep.
Start.
False start. So the Tigers get another penalty. And they're going to be, instead of 3rd and 10, it's going to be 3rd and 15. And the ball goes back to the 20-yard line. And we have 42 seconds to go in the game. Josh, it's getting cold out here.
Yeah, the wind's starting to pick up coming from the west, and it's pretty chilly.
We're sitting in the bleachers, by the way. Small press box. They don't have room for us up there. So it's 3rd and 15, 42 seconds to go. Tigers rolling up to the line of scrimmage now. And he takes a knee. It'll be a loss on the play, but that will run the clock out. 35 seconds to go, and the Tigers are jumping up and down on the sidelines, but the coaches are keeping them on the sideline. And look at the celebration going there. Covapalo getting a big hug from Harris. And the Tigers are going to win, and they're going to win by 10, and that's exactly what they needed to do to be in contention for a second place in the conference and a home conference playoff game. So the Tigers 4, 3, 2, 1. Lander wins the game 22-12. And the Lander fight song being played because that's the same fight song for the Buffalo Bison.
Yeah, I mean, it works out. It's not often that you have two teams that play against each other that have the same fight song, especially not in college, but in high school it may be a little different. But, hey, Coach Scott talked about it last week in the post-game interview and talked about it in the pregame interview as well. Their fate is in their own hands. They knew what they needed to do. And that was the only thing they were going to worry about. They knew that they had to come into this game and win by 10 or more, and that's exactly what they did. The reason why we keep bringing that up is because the point differential is the first tiebreaker for the seeding. So Douglas beats Worland. Since we beat Buffalo, there's a three-way tie for the second, third, and fourth seed. And the point differential is what is going to determine who gets the 2 seed, who gets the 3 seed, who gets the 4 seed. And if the point differential is the same, then there's a coin flip involved with that as well. But we don't need to worry about that because Tigers got the point differential. They got a 10-point win. Big win for the Tigers. That's 2 in a row after they've had some really close games, some pretty disappointing losses in those close games, and now they are driving. They're hitting their stride. The offense is moving well. Defense has been absolutely stellar in the past 2 games, and Tigers are looking good, hitting their stride right when they need to.
And Josh, you mentioned that Mike Moonfield and the quarterback Patrick Moon, and the Moon came up over the east here. And the Moon has smiled on the Tigers, not on the Buffalo Bison. So the Tigers go through their calisthenics as they do after the conclusion of each game. And Lander wins it by 10, 22-12 on our Tigers sports scoreboard. And the Tigers are over there saluting their fans. There are about 30 fans from Lander on the far side, and they are down there next to the gate. Incidentally, the 2 vehicles parked by the gate, one is yours, one is mine, on either side of the gate. So we got good parking spots getting here early today.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, we're going to divvy up the stats, and Josh is going to run down and get a comment from the coach before he hikes up that quarter mile to the locker room, and we'll be back with those stats after this.
Programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
Ever wonder why so many babies are delivered at Hot Springs Health in Thermopolis? Could it be the exceptional prenatal care offered by our providers? Or our convenient family practice clinics located in Thermopolis, Worland, Basin, Shoshone, and Riverton? Maybe it's our new OB suites with large jetted tub, or maybe it's the place where you know you can find all of this and more.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
From one corner of the state to the other, Over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
Is your resolution this year to be healthier? You may have made a commitment to improve your physical health, but don't forget about your financial health. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union is listed as one of the healthiest credit unions in the U.S., and we are the healthiest credit union in Wyoming, according to depositaccounts.com. Don't risk having your accounts anywhere else. Become a member today and accomplish your first resolution by becoming healthier. Financially speaking, that is. Federally insured by NCUA. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
Prices are going up all over. Food prices, fuel prices, tires, oils, you name it. But there's one thing that hasn't gone up. WRTA bus lines will still get you where you need to go in Fremont County for the same low price they've always had. Just $1 one way. How can you beat that? See WRTAbuslines.com for the new fall route schedule. Save hundreds of dollars every month. And use the WRTA to travel to and from the Riverton Airport. See WRTAbuslines.com for details. And remember, don't drink and drive. Wear your seatbelts and keep all 4 wheels on the road.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. John Shade, your Lander Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why John Shade is a proud sponsor of Lander Tigers football on KFCW. For all of your investment needs, call John Shade at 335-7722 or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
Mama, welcome to my kitchen.
Mama's Kitchen in Lander is ready to wow you with their home-style fixins. Visit the coffee corner and don't forget to try Mama's biscuits, made just the way her Mama made them. And the Mama before that. With local and specialty ingredients making up their cuisine, it'll be the place you can't get enough of.
And just simple, tastes good, delicious, get me all ready for the day.
Down to earth, and yes, I would definitely come back.
Home cooking like you've never tasted before. 260 Grandview Drive in Lander.
Come on down to Grandma's!
The team at Lander Dental provides a wide range of services, including preventive, cosmetic, restorative, and reconstructive dentistry in a caring, comfortable setting. Lander Dental Group, 799 South 2nd Street in Lander.
It's Physical Therapy Month.
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 It's Physical Therapy Month. October is National Physical Therapy Month, and here at Teton Therapy, we are celebrating all month long. In our Lander and Riverton clinics, we're hosting special events, celebrations, and great giveaways for our patients, past, present, and future. Check us out at Teton Therapy PC on Facebook for more details.
Whatever. I like April better.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at Du Bois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
I'm Bo Clark, coach of the University of Wyoming rodeo team, reminding you that putting on a seatbelt doesn't take 8 seconds and it can save your life.
Go folks, buckle up.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
Okay, we're back at Buffalo, where the Lander Tigers have picked up a very important win. And Josh, this is their third win in a row. They are now 4-4 on the season, and with this win, they are in position, depending on how the other games turn out tonight, to host a quarterfinal game.
All right, I'm down here with Coach
Bill Busch
Scott.
Stadium. Quite a victory for the Tigers.
Yeah, I think Cyril Softenberg, the athletic director for the Tigers, had the stream of the game going on his phone, and I believe what they were saying was that Douglas did beat Worland. Don't quote me on that. That's just what I heard.
Okay.
But I believe that they have won that matchup, so the Tigers would have the number 2 seed and host the quarterfinal matchup next week in Lander.
Well, that's just great. Let's take a look at stats, and these are really telling tonight. The leading rusher for the Buffalo Bison was Camino, and he averaged 116 yards a game. And tonight, 15 yards.
Wow.
Just an amazing turnout by the Cowboys defense to hold him down over 100 yards under his per-game average.
Tigers.
Yeah, Tigers, sorry.
You said Cowboys.
Did I say Cowboys?
You said Cowboys.
I'm thinking about the New Mexico game tomorrow.
That's a big game. Homecoming.
Well, let's see. I've had basketball. I've had a Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah.
I've had a couple of other things. It's cold.
Couldn't remember where you were at.
That's right. I thought I was somewhere else. But okay, for the Lander Valley Tigers, and this, of course, is unofficial, 226 yards rushing. Stauffenberg was 10 of 20 in the passing department for 75 yards. 28 yards in return yardage, 329 yards for the Tigers. For the Buffalo Bison, they had 45 yards rushing. Patrick Moon was 7 of 13 from the air for a total of 167 yards, and 63 of those came on that 1 yard play, play. And so the Oh, I'm sorry. It was 122 yards passing. And the total offense then is 167. 122 yards passing and 45 rushing. 167 yards total offense for the Buffalo Bison. 329 yards total for the Lander Tigers. Individually for the Tigers, Jace Leclerc, another stellar night rushing. 28 carries for 151 yards. He had 2 touchdowns. Stauffenberg had 8 carries. This is his best yardage of the year, by the way, 42 yards. Zach Larvey had 3 carries for 10 yards. Harris had 3 carries for 13 yards. And Stauffenberg's completion, 2 to Gwena for 15 yards. And Harris caught 3 for, let's see, that's 40 yards. Kovapalo caught 3 passes for 22 yards. Brown caught 1 for 7 yards. Gwena had 1 return of 8 yards, and Brown had 1 return of 20 yards. So for the Buffalo Bison, the leading rusher, averaging 116 yards a game, ran for 11 times and carried the ball 15 yards. Amazing defense for the Tigers. Wonka had 4 carries for 11 yards. Moon had 7 carries for 19 yards. And Moon in the passing department, Bell was his favorite receiver, 4 catches for 92 yards, including that 163-yarder. Horteski got 1 catch for 8, Wonka 1 catch for 11, and Hewlett 1 catch for 13. And that's the stats. The Tigers did it tonight. With the exception of that one play, that 63-yard pass, the Tigers had the Bison contained.
Definitely, and going over the individual stats, no contest. The player of the game, the Mama's Kitchen player of the game this week is definitely Jace Leclerc. He is running. He was rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. If you to note one of my favorite broadcasters growing up, Chris Berman.
Chris Berman,
he had at least 12.5 broken tackles this game. It seemed like no matter what they did, they couldn't wrap him up. And over 150 yards, 2 touchdowns. Of course, the yardage is, we're not 100%. So of course we say unofficial, but 2 touchdowns for sure. He definitely had the best game, and I was able to catch up with Coach Scott as well as Frank Armejo and Tissa Gwena on the post-game interview. After that big win for the Tigers, Coach, you're talking about last week at the end of the Rollins game and then the pregame show as well. You said that you're only going to worry about what you had to do in order to improve your seating, and that's exactly what you did. How did the game go in your eyes?
Well, we came out with 24 guys suited up and 24 guys that just from the get-go set the tone, and we stayed with that through the duration of 48 minutes on both sides of the ball. If there was going to be an error, it was going to be an error going downhill as fast as we could, and we had minimal breakdowns, but the line established some things on the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, had some the timely first downs, and didn't shoot ourselves in the foot. So we came out and played just like we needed to play to control our own destiny, and things worked in our favor, and we needed to win by 9. We got the win by 10, and we got the favor from Douglas knocking off Worland, so we'll host next week. So pretty fun.
Everything just lined up for you. The big one on the offense, Jace Leclerc. On our stats, unofficially, had over 150 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns. I had a couple of key interceptions, and the big thing too, your defense, 6 straight quarters of shutout football.
Well, again, they prepare hard. They're locked in right now. Can't say that we're the same team we were the first couple of weeks. First 3 or 4 weeks, but I think better late than never to get it figured out. But I've got a young man here, Frank Armejo, one of the offensive and defensive linemen, and I'm going to bring over Tissa Gwena and let you have a question with them.
All right, sounds good.
All right.
All right.
How you doing?
Frank, how's it going?
Doing good. How you doing?
Good. So, I know that you're one of the big men on the line. Coach was talking about that. You've got running backs over 100 yards, couple rushing touchdowns, couple big stops on defense. You know, it was a battle from the get-go. What was your point of view of the battle in the trenches?
Oh man, we were just getting aggressive out there. You know, that's the key thing with us is getting aggressive. And big thank you to the scout team on our practices, because we wouldn't be where we're at because of them. All right, scout teams are important to us because they get us ready every Friday. All right, that's all I gotta say.
All right, appreciate it, man. Thanks. Congrats on the win, and we'll see you next week in Lander for the playoff game.
Yeah. Right.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. See you later.
All right, Tisso. Last week you had the interception, had a touchdown. I didn't call your name as much this time, but I know you're out there. You're moving. You're making plays. Talking about how, you know, with the injuries, next man up mentality, things needing to go. What has the team done past 2 games in order to not only make the playoffs but make it to the number 2 seed?
Everyone plays hard. Practice. We tell everyone, next man up, you got to be ready to go whenever things like that happen in this game. And yeah, our boys stepped up. Our Jace Clare really stepped up. We had Frank come in for Jesse that isn't here. And yeah, it's just everyone knows how to step up and everyone knows how to play. And we're all encouraging each other and just getting everybody there.
Now this is your senior year, right?
Oh yeah.
All right, so now that we know for sure where you're at in the seeding and you are making the playoffs, we talked about last week what your expectations were coming into your senior season. Now that you know that you're not only in the playoffs but hosting that playoff game, did you meet your expectations for your senior year?
I had higher expectations at the beginning of the season, but as time progressed, you can't always get them. So I'm trying to get close. Still got a couple ways to go, and I think I'll get there.
All right, man. I appreciate it. Congrats again. We'll see you next week.
Yep, thank you.
Okay, and that was Josh Henninger with interviews with Coach John Scott and Frank Armejo and Tisso Guena on our Click It or Ticket post-game show this afternoon. And Josh, that's going to be a real happy bus ride back to Lander.
Most definitely. I mean, we saw the celebration as the clock was winding down with the couple handfuls of Lander fans that made the 4-hour trek over here to Buffalo to watch the game, as well as, the kids were just ecstatic. I mean, the start of the year went well with a good decisive victory over Green River. Had some losses, a big loss against Powell, and then a couple of really close games that they most definitely felt like they should have won and could have won. But then, like you said, they turned it around. They've hit their stride. They've won 3 games in a row. Of course, it was looking at the schedule. It was more of the easier part of the schedule. But at the same time, you look at the same thing with Buffalo. I mean, they were 5-1 going into the contest last week against the Bearcats. Lost to the Bearcats, and now looking like they were going to be in the catbird seat for that number 2 seed right behind Douglas out of the East. Now with the loss to our Tigers, they're going to be, I believe, the 3 seed now.
Right. So they jumped from 2 to 3, and we'll find out after tonight what, excuse me, who the Tigers will play in that quarterfinal game, and that'll be next Friday or Saturday. I think
it's Saturday.
I think it's Saturday. Okay,
so.
For the playoff game for the Lander Tigers. Well, I tell you what, it's been a great broadcast today. Thanks, Josh Henninger. Thanks, Kurt Baxter. We also want to give a tip of the Tiger hat to Rusty Wirtz, who helped get a lot of the production stuff going this year. And, our season is extended. We get a playoff game, and we get a playoff game at home. That's great.
That's a fact. Bonus football.
Okay, on behalf of Josh Henninger, Kirk Baxter back at the radio station, Rusty Wirtz, Leanne Sanderson, John Burberry, And
all of our sponsors.
Did I miss anyone? Yeah,
Our
all
great
of our
sponsors.
all of our great sponsors who made this possible. And of course, you know, with the addition of the sponsors, we're able to do the video live stream this year, which has just been tremendous and well received. And we thank our viewers who make it possible. If you didn't view, we wouldn't be able to do this.
Exactly.
So, yeah, thanks much. This is Ernie Over, bidding everyone a pleasant good evening from Buffalo, Wyoming. Remember, tomorrow at about 9:30, 10 o'clock at Ethity is the state cross-country meet. And we'll have all three classes of cross-country at Ethity tomorrow. And that will be interesting. And we'll have that on KTAK and on WYO Today Facebook. So this is Ernie Over, bidding everyone a pleasant good evening. Our final score, Lander 22 and Buffalo 12. Good night, everyone. Drive carefully.